Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
What do?
Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Turned on your mic just in time to cough in it, Mike. Well done.
You like that? I hit the cough button. I got away with it. Welcome, everybody, to the Detroit Cast on a Wednesday with Mike and Jay. Big E, of course, is here. Kadog, huge asshole, yet here. How are you, my friend?
What's the deal? Kadog eats gummy bears on the air now?
Yeah, that's his new thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Am I on the air?
Sort of.
Yeah, I mean, at any point, am I really on the air?
No, that's good. It keeps him quiet. It's good.
Yeah.
Put more in your mouth so you can't talk.
He does have a little dish every day now with his little dish of gummy bears. My sister got me 5 pounds of gummy bears for my birthday. And so the group has been sharing in the 5 pounds. She actually sent me in the card or something, and it was expected that I would share it with Sweet Pie. Like that,
okay.
That was the point. So I don't know if you gave them to her.
Those didn't make it home, Mike.
Oh, no. Were they consumed?
They were.
Oh, no.
I was so hungry on my way home. Gummy bears. That's how hungry I was.
Wow.
I had to eat gummy bears to try to quell the pains.
Well, I think there's enough left to give her another bag. Can it make it home tonight?
It'll make it home tonight. I already had like a full pack of Fruit Stripe, man.
Yeah. Putting a dent in those Fruit Stripe. They're going quick. How was your day, though? Anything exciting happen?
No. Same stuff.
Yeah.
Working towards stuff.
Yeah.
Righty? Just working, put advancing the ball.
Yes, sure.
I like your purple shirt, man.
That's fancy. That's new.
You can thank
Gary the Dead Body Expert.
Yeah. For giving me several new. I don't know if I can forego the Salvation Army for another few weeks at least.
Yeah, he dug out a bunch of normcore shit from his closet.
That one,
I bet this asshole would like it. Sure enough,
he loves it.
That work shirt is what you really like.
That work shirt that I wore. Yeah, I liked it so much so that I wore it to comedy on Friday and out to the festival on Saturday.
Does anybody ever say anything like, "Wow, that shirt is weird"? Or
no?
I mean, is that the goal?
No, that's not actually the goal. Honestly, the goal is just, to me, I like stuff that's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Normcore from head to toe.
There's no real. I don't know if there is a goal to it at all.
There's a goal. This is all very planned.
Yeah.
You've admitted this hundreds of episodes ago.
I know, but I'm not saying there's
time in front of the mirror. You lay things out. You plan.
I don't take time in front of the mirror.
You trim your face just right with your pube shaver.
I've actually been lax on that over the last 3 or 4 months at least. I used to do it every 2 weeks. Now I've kind of let it grow a few different times.
Yeah.
What'd you do today, Mike? Anything good?
Yeah, I had an appointment this afternoon that I had to go to, and
taking care of some things.
Moving
the ball forward.
Absolutely, just moving things forward.
In what aspect?
I don't want to say.
Speaking of moving forward, if you're a smoker out there, give Great Lakes Vapor a try. If you're ready to quit smoking once and for all, they're here to make it a reality. Their e-cigs are handmade and guaranteed for life. Check them out in person off Grand River in Brighton or off Orchard Lake in Farmington. Or shop online at greatlakesvapor.com and have everything you need mailed right to your door. Greatlakesvapor.com is the best place to order refills of all GLV juice. Use the promo code DetroitCast and receive 10% off all online orders.
Yeah, I'm a proud user myself.
Proud user. What do you huffing today?
You know what? I'm not sure. Last time I was there, Jay gave me a couple bottles of e-juice,
new concoction.
Yeah,
like,
and
give it a try kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't remember exactly what it was now, what the name was.
But you like it?
Yeah. I always do. I always like them, except the menthol ones. That I was never a menthol smoker, so I could do without those. But yeah, I like it fine. Anyway, dare I say a big show today? We got a lot to get to. We've got a Well, some trash that was thrown out of the hospital. You know, it happens. What are you gonna do? We got
What?
yeah, you got to take the
Human
garbage
trash?
out. Well, you know,
Oops.
oops is right. Perhaps we got the homemade clock kid. A little more coming out on that. I know. I
That
hate
kid
this kid.
annoys me.
Yeah, he annoys me as well. We've got some MMA issues. A female fighter having some issues. We've got an all autism wedding.
Sweet.
Yeah, cool, huh?
There's hope.
Yep. We've got the Forbes list came out on the richest Americans. We'll get to that.
Is anyone in this room on it?
No, not yet.
That always makes me want to puke.
I know, as it should. But the story that I thought we were going to start with today, and I'm really disappointed. I want to apologize to the audience right out of the gate because I thought we were coming on in a really celebratory mood, celebrating the death of the first woman to be executed in Georgia in 70 years. And it's just been tied up all day. It's been hung up all this. She was supposed to be off this planet at 7:00 this evening.
Dude, it was months ago she was supposed to be off. We talked about her months ago. We talked
Yeah.
about her last meal, like consisting of Burger King or some shit.
Yeah. Her name's
was that when the choice was presented to me about juice or water?
I believe it was.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, it was not.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yes.
Different killer, different
Yes,
maniac.
Because the person with the juice and water had like some dinner of
Yes.
sweet potatoes or something, or mashed potatoes
You're
and
given
chicken.
very little choice in that instance. So we were kind of going through the choice.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
sweet potatoes or do you want regular potatoes? Do you want this and that?
Yeah.
And so this lady flat out had huge choice, Burger King and shit.
Yeah. Well, her name is Kelly Renee Gissendanner.
What
Hey.
dude do?
Well, I'll tell you what dude did. She had a part, and I got to be honest, of all the ones that come up for execution, what is it, capital murder?
Mhm.
This one struck me as the weakest one of them all, to be honest with you. No, I'm not saying you don't pull the trigger. I mean, you think you go through with it, you send the message that, listen, bitches, we'll even put you down. And so, but she plotted to have her husband killed with her boyfriend. So she had her gross boyfriend kill her husband. Yeah, there's that.
yeah.
looker.
Is that the boyfriend or the?
No, that's actually the woman. Yeah,
Oh.
I know. Little known fact. I would have thought that was the husband or the boyfriend as well.
Look at that
But no, that's
scowl.
actually Kelly.
That
You-
downturned mouth.
You know what I remember about this now is that face. You're right. That face is like how you draw a cartoon.
It's like a ventriloquist dummy. You know, that thing should just flap open. Burp, 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 burp.
Yeah,
If you told me this was a husband,
Throw
or
a
the
goatee
boyfriend,
on
I'd
it.
be
Throw a
okay.
goatee on
Right.
it. It's just like yesterday, that teacher.
yeah, yep.
God, there's a lot of ugly people on the planet.
And
Oh
that
my
was her
God.
before. That was her when it first
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, also very manly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's
kind of
even-
effeminate, manly.
But
Mhm.
very manly though. Like
Yeah,
if you
Again, throw a goatee on it.
yeah.
is she trying not to look like a woman?
I don't know.
Because mission accomplished.
She's doing well. The she was plotting to murder her husband, and following the appeals and hearings by the Georgia Board of Pardons and Parolees this morning,
God, ears are weird, aren't they? Look at that ear.
ears are weird in general.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, we really only need what's inside the ear.
It's just
Right.
odd. And obviously, we look like freaks without them. But man, when you really bear down on the ear,
Yeah,
strange, man.
noses too. I mean,
Right.
you figure you could get away with what the nose needs to accomplish,
Just
even without
flatten it
this.
out.
Just
Right.
flatten it.
I-
Yeah.
Well,
What?
what strikes me with the ears is because it's the hearing. For our hearing, to me, I guess it's always struck me that it's just on the side. Like it's not face. I don't know how
Like a
much.
cat, man. They got them
Well-
up there,
well,
ready
right,
to
up
receive
top,
all that
yeah.
shit.
My
You
point is
see them
like-
like twitch around. They hear something behind them. They're
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
obviously we hear well enough, but it just seems to me like
Yeah,
most
the
stuff
design
is
isn't
coming
perfect.
this
not
way.
optimal.
No. I mean, if we hear something from behind, we can't just twitch an ear and hear it. We have to do this whole neck turn thing.
Headphones would not fit right though if we had cat ears.
No, well, no, they wouldn't. I guess.
Well, we'd come up with a better design for headphones.
Would-
Maybe
they?
we just wear them up like this.
Yeah, we have just headphones on the top of our head.
Nice cans.
I think we'd go with the bud.
Yeah, you'd probably be going with buds.
Just stuff little buds in our heads.
Cat ears. Yeah, flatten out the nose and throw some cat ears on.
It just
I
seems
wish-
a little more.
I wish we had cool cat ears. Man, that'd be sweet. If anyone's out there that wants to do some creative work with the Photoshop, see what the Detroit Cast would look like without ears, and then if we just had sweet looking cat ears on top of our head.
Throw some tails in while you're at it too.
I don't know about tails.
Yeah, I'll
but-
take a tail.
Yeah, I've always kind
I'll
of
take a
wanted a
tail.
tail.
Whiskers?
No whiskers.
None?
Huh.
I was looking at Monster's whiskers the other day.
Whiskers are so weird on a cat,
Dude.
because you never look at them unless you just want very specifically just sit there,
Stare them in the face.
right?
They're so long.
Is it true that they're the width of their body?
Yeah, I've always heard that's how they can determine
Yes,
what they
they-
can get through.
Yeah, put their head into something. They're like, whoa.
Yeah, if the whiskers
thin.
make it through, they know the rest of their body will make it through. That's what I've always
Well,
heard.
they must be long because Monster's friggin' enormous.
Yeah, they're. But I was looking at them. They don't like them being touched, and I hear if you cut them, they really lose their shit. Like if you cut their whiskers off,
I've never thought of that.
they
That's
won't walk through a door because they don't have that guide now to
like
tell them.
antennas.
Yeah,
They're like antlers.
I don't know how true that is. I've not been willing to try it with Monster or Pants, but that's what I've heard.
Well, which one's your favorite?
Oh, I don't know. It's like picking a child, Jay. I don't have,
I have a favorite cat.
You have a favorite
Tank
kid?
is my favorite.
Tank is your favorite?
It's not the one that was supposed to be Biggie.
I don't remember which one was supposed to be big.
Neither of them was going to be Big E.
But it was proposed.
No, it
It was on the
wasn't.
table.
On,
It was on the table.
don't say anything to either one of them.
Yeah.
If I had to pick
I
one,
think I know where it's going.
where
Well,
I think you like Pants better.
do you?
see, you know what though, dude? You can't judge based on how Monster is right now, because I think
Yeah.
Monster's probably
Monster's
your
all
favorite.
saggy.
Just
youth.
because
it's hairless too. She's losing hair off her
But
youth.
Monster's
I know. I call her the
Monster.
ball belly peroops.
Yeah, she lays there like a pig, just udders hanging out.
Well, see, Monster's like my grandma right now. Like she's there,
Yeah,
but
she's
she's
the
not
nana
there.
of the family. Yeah.
I mean, that's a thing. And so,
She
like,
doesn't have a lightning bolt shaved in there. It's
well,
just
kind
bald, actually.
I was using the analogy of the sense that
Yeah, she's kind of
You-
wheelchair bound at this
Yeah.
point. There's not much life left to
so
her.
it's unfair to
Oh,
judge
she gets up
right
on your
now.
counter just fine. I saw her laying up there a
I
minute
know,
ago.
but it's
sometimes she'll fall. Like she can't make the jump anymore.
She's been yelling at me a lot too. I'll
Really?
walk by, she'll be like,
I think she wished she was dead.
She's probably saying, "Kill me, kill me."
"Remember that burlap sack you mentioned?" Yeah, I could take her
I'm
out.
just saying you can't judge Monster now. You have to, because right now you probably would say Pants, and because Pants is more.
No,
All right, so which one?
Monster's more my speed.
Okay,
right now.
then take Pants and cut his whiskers. Let's see what happens.
I don't want to do that. Pants is already a pain in the ass. Pants wants to be in every room you're in. Pants is capable of opening doors, like jumping up and unlatching the door. So I have to lock him out of rooms that I'm in if I don't want him in there. But yeah, they both have their pluses and minuses.
Not many pluses at this. I got to be honest.
Yeah, but
Those
you
two
don't
are
like
kinda-
Proops at all.
I do.
Uh,
I just those two are kind of. I mean, they're on your kitchen counter all day long, dude.
yeah.
That's not good. Have you rethought that at all?
Is it really like he's a.
I know you're
It's too late.
I know,
to
but have you had any
change now.
second thoughts like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Maybe I shouldn't have put their food on the kitchen counter.
I had to.
Because why, Mike? Because you have an unruly dog.
No, don't
Yes.
blame the dog. Do you really think there's a dog in existence
Yeah.
that you're going to leave open dishes of
Yes.
cat food on the ground?
You
and
met
they're
my
not gonna-
brother's dog the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Open dishes of cat food on the ground in that house.
And what happens if he goes for him?
He doesn't go for him. He's trained.
How do you train a dog not to go for cat food?
You probably whale it whenever it goes for the cat
So
food.
you endorse
And eventually-
beating the dog?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, I wasn't comfortable beating any of the dogs or cats.
Gotta be
And
firm,
I tried.
Mike.
I tried to do that. I tried to keep Monster or Izzy out of the cat. It just wasn't. I didn't have time to
So
deal
you
with
put it
all
on your
day.
counter, and now your cats are on your counter.
Yeah,
That's gross.
I know.
dude.
It's too bad for me. It really is.
Do they? One thing I've always wondered is like
You're
how
like a
much.
cat lady, dude.
He's not a crazy
I'm not
cat
a
lady.
crazy-
He is.
cat
He's turning
lady.
into a crazy. He's gonna be.
Dude, I
he's gonna
have
be
no
what
more
he
cats than
detests.
you.
He's gonna be what he detests, dude. You're gonna be a freaking hoarder. That's what you're becoming.
Maybe.
A cat lady hoarder.
Oh,
I
no, but
disagree.
delete me if I do. If
You're
I
on
get
the
to
edge,
that
my
point,
friend.
if I get to that point, delete me. You think I'm on the edge of a hoarder?
E.
I don't know about
Look
that.
behind you, sir.
That's all your stuff. You guys drink all that shit and then you don't take your garbage out.
I haven't drank it in months.
I haven't either.
I haven't drank the Red Bull in months.
Regarding the Detroit cast being in the race, we definitely can't do that.
Yeah.
I haven't touched it.
I haven't either.
So that's your pile.
It's not my
It's your
pile.
house.
I think it's Mickey and mine.
Yeah. There you
But
go.
I'm not going to throw it away.
Anyway, back to our friend on death row.
Jesus Christ.
And I've got E watching the headlines to see if she's put down at any point tonight. The Pope made an appeal for her life.
Frank
did. Yeah. They sent a letter on behalf of Frank saying, oh, we want to pardon her and not release her from jail or anything, but we want her not to be executed tonight. And they were like, thanks for your input, Frank. Appreciate it, but kindly fuck off. We got this. And then there were other groups like the daughter and son of this woman, which is a weird thing. Usually you have to ask the victims what they want. The victim's family will a lot of times get a say in these cases. Well, the victim's family is also the accused or the guilty woman's family because she had her own husband killed. So it's this weird thing where they're asking these children who happen to be the children of the woman in jail and the children of the murdered guy.
Yeah.
And the grandparents are like, fuck her. Their actual grandparents are like, fuck her. She didn't give our son any respect or any choice or right to life at all. Kill her. Like, that's where they stand. But the children are like, oh my God, we've met our mom and we love her now. And so they're begging for her life and they've just denied all of it. But my big problem with this is they're talking about a last meal again.
It's bullshit.
She had a last meal 2 months ago.
She absolutely did. We analyzed
Now
it up
she's
and
had
down.
several, actually, if you could think about it.
I mean, if we can't stand firm on when you announce a last meal, you take an order and someone consumes, quote, a last meal, why are we having this discussion
I just
now?
can't even believe they have the discussion about what would you like for your last. That is so stupid, man.
Yeah.
Kill their ass. Don't give them anything.
Yeah.
You don't want them pooping on the table.
Well, they're going to. If you remember her last meal, Jay, you remembered some of it, the Burger King. She the menu is considerably smaller this time than her last meal. That one was called off because of the drugs. Remember, everybody that's been up for execution is like,
3-drug cocktail.
We're worried about it being inhumane and cruel. The 3-drug cocktail.
Because that one guy gurgled for a few extra minutes.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh,
Guy
yeah.
in Missouri.
Totally. And the time before it was called off for her because of inclement weather. Which, okay. So this is her third time. Her lawyers were trying to say this morning that this is cruel and inhumane to set someone up to be murdered, not once, not twice, but now 3 times. So this whole thing needs to be called off. And they're like, yeah, nice try. Fuck you. She'll have her last meal tonight and then she'll go down. Her last meal last time was cornbread, buttermilk, 2 Burger King Whoppers with cheese and all the trimmings,
Fucking hog.
2 large orders of fries, cherry vanilla ice cream, popcorn, and lemonade.
And that didn't kill her?
I know. It seemed like almost like a suicide attempt, doesn't it? She had a salad with boiled eggs, tomatoes, green peppers, onions, carrots, cheese, and Paul Newman buttermilk dressing. That was all in the last meal that she got last time. Police or prison officials confirmed she ate nearly every bite of the estimated 4,200 calorie meal.
Awesome.
So that seems to me like at that point, you've had your last meal. What are we even having this discussion for now? So this time she's having chips and cheese dip, Texas fajita nachos, and diet frosted lemonade.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't either. But why would you go diet at this point in the game? Seriously, why are you going diet frosted lemonade? Who prefers a diet over a regular?
Back in the day when I drank soda,
Yeah.
I drank Diet Pepsi all the time over
Did
diet, or regular. Yeah.
Why? Because
I don't know. Just like the taste of it better.
really,
Yeah.
that's
It's too sweet. The other shit was too sweet.
well. Pepsi
New
is,
frosted lemonade. Huh.
oh, it does kind of look delicious. Oh, it's a Chick-fil-A thing.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's available at Chick-fil-A.
Huh. I kind of want to try one. It looks delicious, doesn't it? A frosted lemonade.
Do we have a Chick-fil-A anywhere near us?
No, we don't. I hear they're amazing though.
Are they not in Michigan?
No.
They are, aren't they? Isn't that what the dog goes to all the time?
No, you're
No.
thinking of Popeyes.
Yeah, he goes to
Oh.
Popeyes,
Yeah.
the son of a bitch.
My bad.
My family lives in North Carolina, so I have been to a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
But I'm looking right now to see if there's any in Michigan.
I don't think there are. My dad goes, but like my sister will pick him up at the airport when he goes to California.
Oh,
And
breaking news.
They have to go there like before he gets to his house. He has to stop at a Chick-fil-A. That's his thing now. It's
apparently,
that good.
Apparently, there's one at Oakland University.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, I think we've talked about this before. I feel like
Yeah,
That's
we
not
have.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, we have
I
talked
feel
about
like
Chick-fil-A.
he said, is this deja vu for me, or is this
I don't
this
know.
happened before? I think you
No,
or
we-
McCard announced. Oh, there's one at.
I don't.
I
I
don't
think I
remember
just had
that.
a deja vu moment.
I think you had a deja vu moment. I do not remember talking about a Chick-fil-A at Oakland University.
No, me either. I don't remember that either.
Okay.
Not saying it didn't happen. So there is a Chick-fil-A. Where is it? Rochester Road?
Yeah, it says 2200 North Squirrel Road in Rochester,
Oh,
Michigan.
all right. I need to make a run there. I wanna try
Pick
it.
you up one on my way.
Yeah, you go by there.
Mm-hmm. Dude, stop with the last meals. I just don't understand all this shit.
Yeah.
Why are we?
Didn't we decide where that came from? And I thought someone told us too that those last meals, when they request like a Whopper with cheese, they don't really go to Burger King and get you that.
They just reproduce it in the prison.
They just get
kitchen.
as close as they can, slopping some shit together and go, yeah, here's your Whopper and fries,
Yeah.
asshole.
I could see that.
I don't know how true that is. But I thought we read a story at one point when we were bitching about this a year ago.
I think it's just like a last respectful thing to like give the guy a cigarette or something. It's like, just
Yeah.
hey,
Hmm.
human being, here you go.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't
No, it
I-
had to do with something about warning off demons or something.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Yes. It had
you're
to-
right.
It was some old history thing about. God, now I don't remember, but it was something like.
I think he's right.
No
was,
shit.
It was
Yeah.
not a respect thing. I don't think.
I think he's right. I think that son of a bitch with that pea brain and massive memory capacity.
Well, then how doesn't he remember
is
us
right.
talking about the Oakland University Chick-fil-A? I
That's my
swear to
point.
God that happened.
That's my point. I don't think that
Yeah.
we did.
And I
Somebody out there correct us. I swear to God, we had the damn Chick-fil-A discussion.
I don't think so.
Dude, what's weird is I pulled an email today where I went, did I read this same email 2 years ago? Or not 2 years ago, like 2 months ago?
Why? What made you think
it's,
that?
It's a Tony Stewart based email. And I'm like, fuck, did this guy send the same exact email when Tony Stewart did his thing?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll get to it. You'll have to tell me. Stop chewing on that cord. That's so weird, man.
Gotta chew on something.
Did you find anything?
Do you, E?
Mr.
You got to
Dog?
chew on something? Oral fixation, man.
I guess. I don't know.
In pre-modern Europe, granting the condemned a last meal has roots in superstition, in that a meal was a highly symbolic social act. Accepting freely offered food symbolized making peace with the host. The guest
That's
agreed
right, yeah.
tactily to take an oath of truce and symbolically abjured all vengeance. Consequentially, in acceptance of the last meal, the condemned was believed to forgive the executioner, the judge, and witnesses. The ritual was supposed to prevent the condemned from returning as a ghost or revenant to haunt those responsible for his or her killing. Yeah.
I didn't have it exactly right, but
No,
I knew it had
I
something-
knew it. As soon as you said it, I remembered that.
Yep.
That's weird. I think we can stop doing that now. Don't you?
Yeah, that goes back. It looks like the 1760s.
I think we can stop that now.
Let's see. However, as noted in Blackstone's Commentary on the Laws of England, circa 1765, made no such concession, and stated that during the short but awful interval between sentence and execution, the prisoner shall be kept alone and sustained with only bread and water. That was a law of 18th century. Whatever.
Wonder if David Helm has ever done a murder case.
Oh,
We were talking to him the other day. Did he say he had? Probably has. He's a criminal defense guy.
Yeah, probably.
In fact, Helm Law is a full-service law firm built on the model of providing the best legal services to their clients throughout Michigan.
I need an attorney, and I need one now.
Well, if anyone's out there that's killed someone and you're thinking about turning yourself in, you need representation.
Call Dave.
We know a guy.
They represent clients in a wide range of cases, including family law and divorce, civil litigation, estate planning, criminal defense, and business law. Call Helm Law at 248-679-8804 or go online at helmlawpc.com. They offer free consultations, and if you tell them you support the Detroit Cast, you receive 15% off.
Bill Cosby is having a rough week. He's been stripped of his honorary degree from Brown University. Brown's Ivy League, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid honorary degrees.
God, I can't stand the honorary degree. When did that start and why?
I don't know.
Is that just to drag,
probably the 17th century?
Is that just to like connect yourself to celebrity?
Absolutely.
Is that what that's about?
I think so.
I mean, it just makes no sense. You would think it goes against everything the education system is supposed to be, like working hard to earn something, and yet here this guy was a lovable character on a sitcom, so make him a doctor. And then he actually runs around the world claiming to be a doctor.
It's Dr. Huxtable. What are you talking about, Mike?
Are you kidding me? Dr. Cosby?
It probably goes back to when like universities, like they wanted to have the service of some other professor at another university. And so they gave him an honorary kind of like card to also be at theirs kind of thing. And then it just degenerated into, as you say, celebrity worship, likely.
Yeah, which is disgusting. This is the third institution this week to rescind a doctorate awarded to the comedian in the wake of rape allegations.
There we go. The practice dates back to the Middle Ages.
Wow.
When for various reasons a university might be persuaded or otherwise see fit to grant exemption from some or all of the usual statutory requirements for the awarding of a degree. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, Lionel Woodville.
Ah, yes, in the 1470s.
Who could forget?
University of Oxford. He also became Bishop of Salisbury.
Did he? On an honorary basis?
In the latter part of the 16th century, the granting of honorary degrees became quite common, especially on the occasion of royal visits to Oxford or Cambridge.
Yeah.
Haven't mentioned Cambridge in a while.
No. So what's the modern practice then? Usually awarded at regular graduation ceremonies at which the recipients are often invited to make a speech of acceptance before the faculty and grads. An event which often forms the highlight of the ceremony. Generally, universities nominate several persons each year for honorary degrees. These nominees usually go through several committees before receiving approval. So what is it like? Well, that one's not quite famous enough yet.
Right.
What has he done? His character on television, it just didn't resonate with me like Dr. Huxtable did. I got to agree with Bill on this one. Let's make Dr. Huxtable an honorary doctor. It just seems silly.
Yeah.
So silly. Brown follows Fordham and Marquette, who have also revoked honorary degrees from him. President Christina Paxson said the comedian received a degree for integrating his personal character into his fictional one while embracing such values as honest, fair play, love of family, and respect for humanity.
Nice.
It has become clear by his own admission in legal depositions that became public this summer that Mr. Cosby is engaged in conduct with women that is contrary to the values of Brown.
Unbecoming, really.
Yep. And for which he was honored by the university in 1985. Last week, Milwaukee Marquette's Board of Trustees approved a resolution rescinding an honorary degree presented to him in 2013. Fordham did the same. They gave it to him in 2001, and they've taken it back now. Other schools to distance themselves: Central State University, Temple, and Spelman.
He's kind of the classic honorary degree guy, if you think about it.
Yeah.
You know, how many times have you seen him kind of standing up there with the robe on?
The big red robe.
Yeah, giving his little speech. And
yeah.
Probably was a really good kind of headliner for that whole thing.
Yeah, he's used to being on the stage in front of strange people with a microphone and being likable, lovable almost. I mean, it makes sense. You see those guys, stand-up comedians tend to do really well in those spots like that. Whether it's at an award ceremony, Jim Carrey, you see Jim Carrey go when everyone else is like, the nominees are, and they just read the list, but then you get Jim Carrey up there and they have a ball and they're just yucking it up. I mean, it makes sense.
Can we get an honorary degree?
I know, that would be awesome, and I would accept an honorary degree.
We need two things: an honorary degree for E and a fucking key to the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do need a key to the city.
I was thinking about that recently because I had Miles Jury Day on my calendar. That's today, by the way.
It is.
Miles
happy
Jury
Miles Jury Day.
Yeah.
What's that? I don't know.
Miles Jury.
Oh, Jay and I talked to Miles Jury, the MMA fighter.
Oh.
And damn it, where was he from again? Hazel Park.
Hazel Park, yeah.
Yep, Miles Jury Day.
Big day in Hazel Park today. Congratulations to him.
So, but the idea that we were talking about the fact that he was from Hazel Park and he has this day and he got a freaking key to the city for that place. And we got to thinking, we need a key to the city.
Weren't we thinking about a key to the city before that? I think that's why we asked him about a key to the city.
Yeah.
So we were intrigued. And I think he wanted his key.
Yes, because we were talking about it because I remember Jacques Cousteau getting the key to the city of Detroit.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, we couldn't find record of that.
And there's no way we'll get the key to the city of like Detroit.
No, but
It's not going to happen.
I mean, we could get like Elk Rapids or some shit.
You think?
I don't know. You don't know if you don't try.
Do you think we could get one for Franklin, where Radio for One Studios is?
I don't want a key to this city.
Of course you don't. What about Lake Orion then? Would Lake Orion give us a key?
No.
No? Why?
Where living is a vacation, Mike?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Can you apply for your own key to the city? Is that tacky?
I think Kadog looked into it a little bit, and that's basically what you do.
Yeah, because wasn't there a guy who did that and he had like 50 keys to different cities?
Yeah,
he was just randomly emailing people and saying, "Hey, I want a key to your city,"
Yeah.
and they were literally saying like, "Yeah, okay," and they would send them them. I remember when we did that story. That was the
Yeah,
case.
we need to like
sound as cool.
email Alpina or something. I don't know.
I want a ceremony though.
Yeah,
I want a ribbon cutting. I want big scissors.
Yeah, I kind of do too. I
We
think
should
if
have
we're
done
gonna,
that.
what?
We should have done that when we made the newer studio in reality.
Well, where's our big check too? We need our big Kickstarter check. That was on the to-do list.
I looked into that. I told you, there was a time when I sat there and told you how much it would cost, and then that's where it went.
How much was it?
It wasn't that much. It was
like $30 or something.
Yeah, in that range.
Done. Reroute some Kickstarter funds for the Kickstarter check. Done.
I'll look it up again.
What if Lake Orion said we'll give you a key and they just pulled out some quick set?
No, they wouldn't do that. I kind of know the people there. They just wouldn't do it.
They wouldn't give you one, or
No,
they wouldn't give
they
you
wouldn't
a
give
Wii
us
one.
They just
Why?
wouldn't- Too many hoops.
What do you mean? You know people? And
Yes,
we can't get
Mike.
one?
There's lots
You've
of
inquired?
no, but I just know.
That's bullshit.
Believe
man.
me, lots of red tape, lots of applications, things in
All right.
triplicate. You wouldn't understand.
I don't.
I think we need to go somewhere else, somewhere where nobody knows anybody, and just kind of weasel our way in. Elk Rapids.
I don't even know where Elk Rapids is.
It's
Where
up
is
there.
it? It's way up
I
there.
think that's
Not-
his point.
Not that high, but yeah,
I mean, are we still in the lower?
yeah.
All right.
Houghton.
I don't. Do we have to go there to
Why?
receive it?
We send E.
Do you
like
think
we
they'll
always
But
do.
you want to cut it with your giant scissors.
If they can get us a ribbon cutting and key, yes, I'll
we'll make
go.
a weekend
It
of it.
depends on how big the key is, though.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
need a big key.
All right. You want to see a chick who was attempting to send a late night Snapchat to some dude?
What do?
Yeah, she was trying to send one of those like of her titties to this guy she's banging.
Yeah.
And she accidentally sent it to her boss instead.
Oh.
Yeah. And it said what you're missing this weekend. Smiley face or
winky face.
Winky face. But the boss was like,
it's
hell
smiley face with a tongue sticking out.
Oh. Yeah. Sure. We know that one. We've seen that one, haven't we?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, pull it up there, Mr. Dog, if you would.
But this boss was like, hell yeah. Oh, come on. What's the red? Damn it.
Look closely, though. You can see Nip
Oh, yeah.
through the what you're missing this weekend. You see it? Do you see it?
I do. Yeah, that red bar is not doing anything, actually. The only reason you can't see more of it is because the wording, how Snapchat
The red
works.
bar is taking out the under boob.
Yeah, it is. It
It's
doesn't.
not covering the nip.
What's going on?
We obviously have an under boob fan and not a side boob fan. Because we've been left with some side boob.
Yeah.
They're covering up under boob, assuming that's what everybody wants to see.
Not much to show off here, by the way, it looks to me.
No, but that's not the end of the world. What do you think we're dealing with here?
Solid B.
You think that's a solid B? Okay. I was going to say A plus, but we'll go B.
Sends it to the boss.
What would you do if you were her boss?
I'd probably do what this guy said.
Really?
Yeah.
The shock boss hand wrote a note out to her.
But why is the funny thing is she said she sent this on Snapchat, so why is she friends with her boss on Snapchat? Because Snapchat texting, sending the wrong number in text seems like that could happen to me. I don't know how on Snapchat she messed this up.
I don't know how we're viewing it either. Something smells foul with this story. So he apparently wrote, "Hi, you probably did not mean to send this to me, but please be more careful. I am your boss." Underline boss.
I don't believe that's written by a man.
I don't either.
Look at that handwriting.
Yeah. It looks like a chick.
It's a
wrote
fake
that.
story.
Yeah.
Fake story.
I
I
think you're
sniffed it out.
So what is this? Advertisement for Snapchat? To get the whole country talking about Snapchat?
I don't know, Mike.
Or get the Detroit cast talking about Snapchat?
We'll take care of this in post, won't we?
Yeah.
We'll
There's
never-
no
never
way a
see the
guy
light of
wrote
day.
that, right?
No, that's a chick's writing all the way.
But don't you think a chick that was trying to pull this off would be better at faking writing like a guy? That doesn't even look like an attempt.
Yeah, that's very chick-like.
Yeah. I mean, I like the
How did
I like
even-
the idea of
But
it.
how did this get out here then?
No, I know. That's what I was asking. Like, how does that something like that
If he
get out?
sends this back saying, "Hey, you might want to be careful,"
What does he do? He puts this on her desk? Like, hi, you probably did not mean to send this to me?
Yeah, I think he took a picture of that and Snapchatted it back to her.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So why we have access to it now, I don't know. It doesn't sound like by the boss's response he would have done this, unless she did. I'm not sure.
I think dude. There's so much about this to me that doesn't seem like I said. To me, a missed text number is one thing.
To the Astronom file.
With Snapchat, dude, how I don't know.
This is going to take some investigation into the Astronom file.
All right.
Because you have to sit here. I just think there's too much that goes into Snapchat that you would send to your boss. I don't know why your boss would be following
What
you.
goes into it so much? I don't know Snapchat. So what?
I'm trying
Isn't that the one that kids love that disappears really fast? It's supposed to.
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah, but like you have to
What?
you have to take the picture and then you have to go into this whole thing. Right,
then
whatever.
You write out a message and then what?
And then you have to go through like your list of people. After that, like I just don't think that you would go to your boss. Like
Well,
you're
maybe
saying
you're trying to send it to the guy above the boss and accidentally fat thumbed it.
I don't know why you shouldn't be friends with your boss on Snapchat.
Yeah, that's
the
a little
other
weird.
thing.
Especially if this is your boss's response to something like that. He doesn't seem like the guy that would be on Snapchat friends with you.
Yeah.
I just think it's different than it's different to me than texting. I could see having your boss's phone number, obviously, but I don't know why you would be.
Yeah.
What if they're one of those people that parties with their boss on the weekend? There's plenty of those people.
Yeah, but this boss's response, he sounds like a straight-laced dude. Like, no part of that.
Yeah. Fake.
If it's true.
It's fake. We sniffed
Screen's
it out.
fake.
We
Yeah.
sniffed it out. Well done, gentlemen. Hey, if you're like Big E, you know that we are in the middle of the fall season and winter will be here before we know it. Call Krista Jelski of Remax Suburban and she will get you into the home of your dreams before the holidays arrive. Check out Krista's website at kristasellshouses.com or call her anytime at 586-918-0900.
Forbes list is out.
I'm going to barf now.
I know. Doesn't it piss you off?
It's just so hard to get your head around.
Yeah. I don't ever remember it being this obnoxious. It hasn't always been this obnoxious. I mean, it just shows the difference between the haves and the have-nots, and it's only getting worse. I mean, even these billionaires are
Well, they
starting
should
to
have
come
to
out.
share it with us, Mark.
Yeah, well, even they are coming out and going, dude, this split cannot continue like this. Like at some point, this is going to collapse on us. Like this is getting too obnoxious.
The peasants are going to revolt.
Yeah. And there are like multi-billionaires that are saying that.
Well, I guess they could, could do something about that.
Yeah, it seems like an easy fix, right? We're all here with our hands out. Just feel free to drop however many you want into it.
Right.
We'll even give you some return on your investment.
I mean, to sit there
Sure.
and go, this is crazy. I can't keep
figure
taking
out a
all
way.
this- I can't keep taking this money. It will ruin something. What do I do about
Yeah, start cutting checks, my man.
it? I'll help out.
Just Robin Hood the whole country. America's top 400 billionaires are now richer than ever, boasting a record-smashing combined wealth of $2.34 trillion.
400 billionaires.
Yeah. Up 50 billion from a year ago. Congratulations to them. They went up another 50 billion. Bill Gates continued to dominate the list. 22nd year in a row, Bill Gates, with a $76 billion fortune.
Although at least with Bill Gates, he is on that 50-50 club things.
Yeah.
So I mean,
What's that?
Which is still pretty laughable when you
I
think
know,
about it. I
but
mean,
it's something.
It sounds good, but it's like, oh, okay, so technically you're worth $34 billion.
I know.
The deal is, I think Warren Buffett started it. And they do this 50-50 thing, at least 50-50, where you're supposed to give away half your fortune, not just give it to your son.
Oh,
or
okay.
your
I
kids.
remember hearing about that.
Yeah, 60 Minutes did a big piece on it, and they're trying to guilt a lot of these billionaires into doing just that. But they always seem to like go to some village in Africa or something. It's like, what does that do for me? Yeah, they don't have running water. Yeah, the water they do have is poisonous, but please.
They skip over Franklin, Michigan for some reason.
Absolutely.
Could it be because one of the Michigan billionaires lives 2 blocks away?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
And there's a snobby cider mill down the
Son
road.
of a bitch. Leave the cider mill out of this.
We'll get to that.
I know you say it's maybe laughable that but still half is half. I mean, the fact that the promise is that the money goes not to your kids and just that your brat kids who didn't do anything, and the fact, it's something.
Yeah. That'd be really hard to do, to keep your kid in line if you had that kind of money.
It would, man.
Wouldn't that be really hard if you took away and not just take away, like when you get to this kind of wealth, you're buying islands wealthy. Like you're bored with money at that point. Like you would get so out of touch, it'd be impossible not to get out of touch. Like how do you keep your kids in line at that point?
Yeah.
And keep perspective on life.
We had certain clients when I was at the firm where there was like second generation money and first generation money.
Yeah.
And there's just a stark difference. Like
really
smaller companies, but doing very well.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, that, this is the guy's son. The guy who really started it, oh man, did he run it like
that's the thing, right?
And this is the guy's son, and it's sort of fallen apart. And it's just the human nature, How do you grind?
Yeah.
When you don't
have to grind.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you can to an extent. There's certain people where they're wired that way, but God.
Yeah.
That's always the thing, right? As you said, the first generation, they built it. They worked their ass off at one point to make whatever that company was. And then when you just hand it over and say,
loses some steam.
and when you don't have to fight that fight for when it comes down to it, there's nothing my parents or your parents can do to guarantee us success with this show, right? Like there's nothing they don't own something where they can go, well, here you go.
Yeah.
But if you're Dan Gilbert or Bill Gates and your kid wants to do this, I mean, you could literally buy them a movie production company and then make them an actor.
Yeah.
And you see people like, and you almost feel bad for them when you look at like Tom Hanks's kid
or Snoop Dogg's kid or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? Where he just quit UCLA football because he wanted to do more like movie production or some shit. It's like, dude, if you're just Joe Schmo's kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
My God, the idea of having a football scholarship and giving that up to go pursue that. You wouldn't have backing of anybody.
Yeah.
It'd be really
impossible,
difficult.
Especially in a town like that. Tom Hanks's kid that wants to be a rapper and got in trouble for saying the N-word because all his friends are black or something. And it's like, dude, trying to rep like street cred. And it's like, dude, no, you're Tom Hanks's son. He's one of the Hollywood elites. Like you can't, like, no offense. I'm sorry that sucks for you, but you're never going to be able to build legitimate street cred. You just can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't, I don't know.
But this whole thing about like wealth and the next generation, it's all relative though. Cause a lot of people would look at us and go, fuck you guys. You grew up in 2-parent household, parents with good jobs. And you think you're, fuck, you had so many advantages.
You're right.
You slid into college, barely studying, and you had the support, where there's people just really clawing their way.
Sure.
So you look at us and somebody could argue that, but then you look at these dudes like you're talking about, that's another level. Like even if these parents think they're not giving them much, dude, they've given them a platform that nobody can even imagine. You can't dumb it down enough.
Right.
To make them really struggle.
Yeah.
To claw their way up.
Mm-hmm. You look at someone like Trump's kids, you go back to his kids though, and you go, hey, he might be worth $10 billion. According to Forbes, it's half that, but regardless, 4 billion or 10 billion, there's no struggle for those kids, yet those kids have done really well and have been respectable. And
yeah, that's what I've heard. They actually work every day and
Yeah.
have real jobs. They're not just figureheads or
Yeah.
working in the mailroom.
Mm-hmm. And that's like across the board with all his kids. So
Ivanka included.
yeah, she does really well, I think. And Don does well.
I'm Don Trump.
And then there's that other guy Trump. I don't know what his name is. Cliff Trump or something. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos has emerged as the biggest overall gainer, adding a whopping $16.5 billion in a single year.
And the last time we heard his name, he was trying to defend the cutthroat nature of his business. Remember, we read that long expose on that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep. Warren Buffett comes in at number 2, $62 billion after Gates is $76 billion.
And before we move off the Amazon issue,
could you see that?
Did you want to pitch something?
Well, I mean, while we're talking about Amazon, I don't know how.
You don't know how to segue into
I don't
that?
know how to segue into it.
Hey, we have an Amazon link on our
I knew
website.
we should, though. You should give me credit for seeing that I knew that we
He
should.
perked up. He sat up straighter in his chair. Amazon link on our website, DetroitCast.com. There, above the fold, you'll find a link that'll take you to the ability to shop via Amazon. So just do it as you normally do. We get a bit of a kickback. It's a great way to donate to the show without writing us a check or taking money out of your pocket.
So the list goes on. Larry Ellison. What is Larry Ellison again?
Don't know.
Oracle.
Okay. He's only got $47.5 billion. Charles and David Koch, the Koch brothers, each with $41 billion.
Are those two of the ones who were on the ISIS list? Or
oh yeah,
or
a lot of these people are on that list. Yep. Zuckerberg comes in at 40 billion. Bloomberg 38. It goes on down the list.
His damn book.
Phil Knight is on the list.
Book.
Zuckerberg, yeah, I know. Phil Knight, $24 billion. He's of course Nike.
Oregon Ducks.
Steve Ballmer.
I don't like him.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of Steve Ballmer. Fuck Steve Ballmer.
The current owner of the Clippers.
Yes. Ballmer's worth $21.6 billion. Carl Icahn, $20.5 billion. He's one of the ones. He wrote a big story.
He's one of the ones Trump is saying I got him on board, right?
Yeah. Yes. As the financial guy.
Yeah. He's going to handle China.
Yes. China. Have you seen that loop, by the way?
China.
Have
I've not
seen it,
but
that?
the way Trump says China has always driven me crazy.
See if you can find it. China loop. Something like that. Michael Dell, I'm assuming that's Dell Computers, 19 billion. Chuck Butt, Charles Butt. You all know Mr. Butt, 10.7 billion. Our local guy here, Dan Gilbert, comes in at number 149.
Your neighbor.
Well,
Donald Trump says China.
Let's say China.
China. You go over to China. China. You take China. China. I love them. China. I have to have my China. China, because China. You know, China. I know China very well. China.
Northwest Wisconsin, where I'm from.
It's China to me. China. You want to buy from China? That's great. Buy from China. Buy toys from China. China in particular. China. I have people that I know in China. China. I've been saying China. China.
Let me ask you about China.
I go to China. China.
These are all different.
China. People from China, they love me.
Right.
China. In China, they say I don't like China. I love China. People think I don't like China. I love China. China is the new China, by the way. China. I deal with China. China, big league China. So don't tell me about China. I know China. China. Whether it's China.
Holy
So if you
shit,
went to
man.
China and you wanted to get a job in China, I don't knock China. How could I dislike China? A man from China. You have China. Carl, take China.
I was just gonna say the same thing, dude.
Carl, take China.
Kadog just pointed at something that I pointed out.
What?
I was thinking
China's over here. Look at what China's doing. They're learning from China. China. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that nice? China.
Holy shit, dude.
China. Hey, by the way, I love China. I love China. How can you not love China? I love China. China. And you know China, South China. People say, oh, you don't like China. I like China. I love China all the time. China. When was the last time you heard China?
Dude.
Isn't that hilarious?
Yes.
It's worth it to watch that as well as listen to it.
Yeah.
Just because how the guy does it. Especially in some of those where in the background there's people walking around and you see the different.
All of a sudden they're gone.
Yeah.
Dan Gilbert, 149 on the list. What do you think he's worth?
Couple billion?
3.8. Yeah.
Sorry for underestimating you, Mr. Gilbert.
Yep. And you can see where he lives right there.
Yeah. Franklin. 2 streets down.
I can't help that. It doesn't have anything to do with me. See where he went to school.
He lives even closer to the cider mill than you.
He does.
Is that how the more pounds
Michigan State? Yeah, Michigan State. And he's always trying to get Izzo away from State to go to his stupid Cavaliers.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
Would you say that the closer
he would
you
make
get
a
to
great
the-
coach with the Cavaliers?
Izzo would be an awful NBA coach.
Yeah.
Awful. Dude.
No way.
He would he'd fail so hard.
Yeah, it's worth a try.
What
Well, I was just gonna say, do you think the closer you get to the cider mill, the more pompous,
more snobby
it's
and
kind of
pompous?
like a
Yeah, I think so. A vortex.
yes.
Well, I'm a pretty
More
safe
passive
distance then.
pompous.
Am I off the radar?
No. You're in Franklin. You're in Franklin proper.
It's so funny to hear the smug one talking about.
I'm very down to earth, Mike.
Ah,
I love down to earth people, dude. You couldn't pay me to like live in a place like this.
no one wants you to live in a place like this. You do live in a place like this.
I do not. It is nothing like this. Where living as a vacation is nothing like this, Mike.
What is it that you don't like?
The snobbery.
Where do you run into all this snobbery?
I see it on my way in every day.
You do. Dude,
it kills me. This white picket fence, this little village thing that you go through. Come on, Mike.
Where's the white picket fence?
You got the little market. Oh, the little neighborhood market.
You'd rather have a McDonald's, would you?
No, I just want like normal shit, normal party store. Give me a party store.
So you don't like historic stuff? All right.
It's pompous, Mike.
Do you care about the richest presidential candidates?
Yeah, this is actually fun to hear. Sometimes you're just like, are you serious? Are you kidding me? Like Mitt Romney last time? Holy fuck.
Yeah. What was his worth?
I don't remember, but it was a lot.
Trump is obviously the wealthiest, and they said was worth $10 billion originally. They said 4.5 billion in the new Forbes list, and he says I'm worth much more than 10 billion. His spokesman said that Trump knows the value of his own company and wasn't fazed by the magazine's lowball estimate. That's their opinion. Forbes did not include branding, branded product, or brand value. Additionally, they did not have access to all of Mr. Trump's assets, as the Trump Organization is a private company. Nevertheless, their story was a great compliment. I'm worth much more than you have me down for, he told Forbes. A different, respected magazine that's coming out soon will value my fortune at $11.5 billion. You're going to look bad. And look, all I can say is Forbes is a bankrupt magazine. Doesn't know what they're talking about.
God, so ego driven, man.
Yeah.
Just can't imagine life like that where you're just constantly trying to make yourself important.
Carly Fiorina comes in at number 2. $58 million she's worth.
Wow.
Yeah. Just an outsider.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton, $45 million. I don't know how much that she's responsible for. I thought they estimated her wealth at over $200 million.
No shit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Speaking engagements alone, books. Like it's all after shit. Ben Carson, $26 million. Dude, that's insane. 26 million. He's obviously the retired pediatric neurosurgeon, earned a healthy salary at Johns Hopkins as the youngest physician ever to head a department there. But they say he was sitting on the boards of directors for Costco and Kellogg's, pulling in fees while he wrote books and consulted on a TV movie about his life. Mike Huckabee is worth $9 million.
What about Marco Rubio?
Yeah, Marco Rubio,
The
not
son
so
of
much.
a Cuban immigrant.
Yeah, it shows. Rubio, $100,000. Yep. Martin O'Malley, 0. He's worth 0. And I don't know where they came up with that number. I think he had a lot of debt, is the deal with him. Rubio, he owns a house and a speedboat and invests in college savings plans. But he is saddled with lots of debt.
Okay.
So
normal dude.
Yeah, that is more normal.
Hey, Zott Ford and Holly is your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. New vehicles, pre-owned vehicles, service, parts, and body shop. They have it all. TDC listeners have become family at Zott Ford, so stop in and tell them the King, Chaz, E, or Proop sent you, and you'll be treated like royalty. Receive the best prices in town on new and pre-owned vehicles. Receive 15% off your vehicle repairs and parts, and they'll even help you out with your deductible in their body shop. They love you that much, so check out their stupendous deals and massive inventory at ZottFord.com.
I've got a couple stories about autism to do.
Should we save it till after the break?
You want to?
I think we need to take a quick break.
You want to take a quick
I
break?
just have to take a piss.
Oh, you do? You want me to do one story? Can you hold it for one story? You
I
like
can
a
hold
child?
it. Go.
All right. 58-year-old man has been arrested after police say he attached jumper cables to the ears of a 15-year-old autistic boy to get information about a robbery. Man, that would suck, dude. Having jumper cables tag your... Think about the pressure.
Oh, just
the clamp alone.
Yeah, forget the shock or anything regarding that. Just right. You're right, dude.
That would...
Those little jagged, they have like teeth in them, you know? So
Yeah.
Wow. I
So
didn't think about that.
Grab the battery.
Look at that.
Oh, no. Look at his ears. Yeah.
God, ears are weird.
He really did clamp them. That's a good spot to clamp them to ears if you're gonna do it.
The meaty part.
Yeah, and where you can kind of dig into the ear canal a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's where I would have done it too. I was thinking lobes at first, but
technique was good.
Yeah, his technique was solid. I would venture to say he's maybe even done that before.
The kid have a pierced ear or what?
It looks like it, right? Yeah, Robert McDowell is accused of approaching the teen and putting a handgun in the middle of his back. This happened in Wichita, Kansas. The suspect took the teen to a garage, tied him to a trailer hitch, and then attached jumper cables to his ears and shocked him repeatedly while asking him, "Where's my stolen wallet? Who got my stolen wallet?" And the kid's just like, "I don't have your wallet." The man's wallet had been stolen. He believed the teen knew who was responsible. The suspect eventually released the boy, who ran home and told his father what happened. There's your mistake. You can't let him out of your sights at that point. You can't hook jumper cables up to a kid's ears and then just send him on his way.
It leaves a mark.
I mean, it leaves a mark. I mean, unless he's mute, it's not like he's gonna go home with 2 giant shock marks on his ears and not tell anyone.
Even if he's mute, I venture to say he'd write it down.
You think? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, probably. No, he wouldn't just go home and just go, "No, oh well."
Yeah, you'd think
Or
if
he'd
there was,
act it out like charades.
yeah, if there's a way to communicate it.
Sounds like,
Yeah.
ow.
Ow. He was taken to the hospital. He wasn't seriously injured. His sister says the bruises on his ears are taking a long time to heal.
Bruises. Damn.
Yeah. You can see some bruising in there.
It's more than bruises.
Man, that would hurt a lot.
Again, forget the electricity. Just think of the clamps, dude.
How do you get the charge going through it?
You hook it up to a running car?
But usually you would need metal on metal for that spark, right? What am I missing here, Kadog?
Thus the trailer hitch.
I'm not sure about this one because the body will conduct electricity, but if he's properly grounded from the ground, then it should just pass through him and he wouldn't actually feel a shock.
Right.
He's got to be doing something with the trailer hitch.
Yeah. Or maybe he's like rubbing one on the other one and like shooting sparks at him. But
No, he's clearly got it hooked in,
Well, I know.
in the proper spot
one
on the
ear,
ear.
and then maybe one side to the trailer hitch or something.
yeah.
Well, if he had one to the ear, he could just go up and knock it.
Yeah, that's
think
what I was
just
getting
thing-
at. But
saying,
again-
which would work.
Yeah.
That would work. But if you tried to do dual to the ears, I don't know how you would. I don't know how you'd pull that off.
yeah.
E, can we try it on you and just see?
No.
Like how you do it?
No.
Oh, not gonna.
I mean, not to shot. I don't
not
want to
gonna
hurt
do
you or
it.
anything, but I'd love to just see how.
We just clip him to see if how bad that hurts. Just
Yeah,
the
not
clipping
even
part?
not even tied him to a battery. That's a
I-
fair
I'll
proposition.
go get some out of my car.
That's a fair proposition. Just to see.
Yeah, I'll go get it. I'll get it.
Okay,
Let's take a
during the
I
break,
gotta
we'll let you piss. We'll grab some jumper cables and we'll just see. Again, they're not gonna be hooked up to anything, so there's not gonna be shock or anything.
I want to be able to hold the other ones.
That's fine.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah, you can put those on your nutsack or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, however you want to do this. All right, we'll take a quick break and we'll look. We got something to look forward to now. Do it next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. The Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
Alrighty. Come back to the Detroit Cast on a Wednesday. Mike and Jay. Of course, Big E is here. Kadog is here. And
our jumper cables are here.
Jay's jumper cables are here.
The traditional jumper cable, nothing special.
Nope.
Pretty much run-of-the-mill jumper cable.
Yeah.
Red and black, and red.
I have ones that are not so run-of-the-mill. And I think they would have done damage had they been used.
Yeah, yours had like a special little clip to them or something.
Yeah. They look
so these are just,
powerful.
Run-of-the-mill.
Where's the battery we're going to hook them up to? The other end.
Kadog?
That's not happening.
All right, so what's the deal? We saw that this kid had been hooked up to jumper cables and someone was shocking him. So we were wondering.
No way, dude. I'm not putting this on here.
Not gonna. I'm not putting these on my ear. He
in your jackass days.
Dude, you know how bad that's gonna.
Into the mic.
I'll start doing it, but I'm not fucking cutting my ear open for this.
No, it won't. Just
how would you fucking know?
Because we tested it upstairs.
Oh, really? You did?
Yep.
I'm putting it on my fucking finger right now at like.
There's a bone in your finger.
Yeah, I put it like on the side of the cupboard. The cupboard's fine. You'll be fine.
There's a bone in my finger. That's your answer. I'm putting it like half.
Dude, cartilage is.
Let Jay do it, so you don't have to feel the
Definitely
pressure.
not letting Jay do it.
And you got to do it in the spot he did it, not in your ear.
Come on, we're trying to replicate the autistic kid.
Jay, give him a hand.
No.
Just hop up there and give him a hand real quick. I'm gonna picture this.
You got this, E.
Oh fuck, dude. Here. Fuck.
Hold on. Let's get a picture before you.
You would have this kid.
What?
What was the debate on whether how bad this would have hurt even if there wasn't electricity? Is that the deal?
Yeah, that was kind of my point. So we're just proving that wrong.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
This
Go ahead.
doesn't
Come on.
hurt?
Come on, Mr. Jackass guy. And let it go.
I can't. It hurts.
What do you mean you can't?
I can't, dude. That fucking hurts way too much already, dude.
You got this shitty.
No, dude. That fucking.
It's not gonna go. It's not gonna like.
Jay, give him a
pierce it.
hand. It's scaring him.
No,
to
he's
do
not.
himself. Give him a
He's
hand.
not doing it.
It's like ripping a Band-Aid. Do you want me to just help you rip
Jay,
the Band-Aid?
just give him a hand. That's what he needs here. Just give him a hand.
No, he's not. No.
Sit down like a man.
No.
Jay's just going to give you a little help.
It's either the ear or the testicles. You pick. E, come on.
Jay was just going to give you a hand.
The Band-Aid. I'll just help you rip the
Not
Band-Aid.
letting you do it. Not gonna. You can just go home. I don't fucking care. I'm not fucking.
I'll just go home.
I'll just go home. Taking my ball and I'm going home.
Why don't you do it then?
Because I
We
wasn't
all have
part of
different
this.
roles here. E.
Come on, you got this, E.
Your role is to clip jumper
Hands
cables
free.
to your ear today. That's your role. Just play your role.
You got this, shitty. I got faith in you.
Dude, it fucking hurts.
And how normcore badass would that be? How punk would that be if it goes through your
Let
ear?
it go for half a second and then you can grab it again.
Yeah, just let it go.
Oh, fuck. Fuck, dude. Fuck. Oh,
Was it
no,
worth it?
That was end, dude. I'm sorry.
That was worth
too
it,
much
though.
I'm doing, dude.
I think that was worth it.
Fuck.
Good job.
That was very
Let me
punk of
see.
you.
I don't know if you, I don't care if you can tell. It fucking hurt, dude.
Turn your head more.
I don't know. I don't care about doing it more, dude. That fucking hurt.
Well, there's the devotion of the show. We can tell.
I couldn't see it. Let me see
I
your
don't
ear.
care.
I'm not asking you to do it again.
Yeah, pull it back. Let's see if it did anything to the back. No, you're fine.
There's not even a mark on there.
Nary a
Why
mark.
don't you do it then?
We all have different roles.
Well, if it's no big deal,
I've got to play drops.
What do?
Yeah, I got a board to run.
all I can tell you
And
is
if
it was only a split
There's only
second.
one of us with
but
free hands here.
I'll go over and sit there and watch the levels, and I'll let you do it.
Dude, I'm not letting you man this board. Are you kidding me? Last thing we need is for you to break it or something.
Dude, for a split second, it was there, and it fucking hurt.
Yeah.
That kid would have.
Yeah, imagine this poor little autistic kid sitting
Dude,
there with two of those clipped to his ears and running electricity through.
Just clipped to the ears would have
God.
been enough, dude.
Yeah.
That
What a
one
dick
thing right
this
there.
guy is.
Yeah, that would be tough. Poor kid. Eh.
Okay, well, we needed context to that story, and thank you, E. You helped provide some context.
Yeah.
Good work, E.
Take one for the team. Now, speaking of autistic people, that was an autistic 15-year-old that happened to. Would 15-year-old E have done that, like hands-free?
No.
I mean, you lit your balls on fire.
But I wasn't into that. It wouldn't have been until 18 and 19-year-old there.
So autistic 38-year-old E barely could even get the thing on his ear.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah. I mean, with video rolling and everything, it goes against his character completely.
Yeah.
I haven't done those in years, though. Why would I?
God, he's like old and washed up.
Yeah. It's too bad. It's sad. We got a couple that is married in an all autistic wedding to embrace relationships between people with the disorder. Anita Lesko and Abraham Nielsen.
Go autism.
Yeah.
Huh?
They
Good for them.
were drawn to each other out of a shared ambition to change the general perception of people who are on the spectrum. The spectrum, do you know where that term comes from? The spectrum?
Oh. Is that guy going for the J.R. Ewing look?
Is she
J.R. Ewing / Mr. Incredible jawline?
Does he have? Dude, they both have big E eyes.
And soulless. You're right.
Look at them. They both it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
It's yeah.
Dude, does he look a little like a giant jawed Big E?
He looks like George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle. If he had a yellow suit on.
It's kind of, you don't know Mr. Incredible, but he has that kind of jawline too.
I've seen Mr. Incredible, little American Dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about there? Dude, I definitely see a tiny bit of Big E in him. I don't know where it is.
Yes, dude. Yeah.
Like the cheeks and the eyes. I mean, the eyes for sure. And we haven't even mentioned what's going on with his beautiful bride.
It is that beady, soulless look. You're right, man.
Do you see it, E?
I don't know.
Throw E's glasses on there. If only we had someone with Photoshop abilities who could throw some E glasses on there. Then we can move on to the chick. Now the chick,
is she going for kind of a what's that beast that lives in the
it's kind of an ice queen look.
Yeah.
She kind of looks like Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
I was thinking she was going for more of a what's the Icelandic monster?
A Yeti?
Yeah, like a Yeti. She's kind of going for a Yeti look.
Which is always hot. Along with the J.R. Ewing, it tends to go pretty well.
I mean, honestly, it seems like an odd choice for wedding attire, but whatever.
What do you think your real hair looks like, Mike? What's she hiding? What's she trying to change the subject from?
I'm afraid he's changing the subject as well with the JR.
Yep, he's trying to draw it up to his hat.
Yeah. The spectrum, by the way, is kind of a conglomerate of 5 things. When you're talking Asperger's, you're talking autism, Asperger's, Mongolism, pervasive development disorder, PDD, and the couple exchanged vows in San Diego. It took place at the annual Love and Autism Conference. What is believed to be the first all autism wedding with nearly all of the guests born with a type of autism. Their 4-year-old flower girl, Emma, 13-year-old usher, David, and their DJ, who were among dozens of people who were celebrating this wedding, and they all were celebrating their own differences too. What is
DJ?
it?
I know. Did they have to go as far as the DJ?
Autistic DJ?
Yeah, everyone there. There's multiple pictures of them. We'll show you those when Kadog gets a second. Lesko now is the stunning bride there. And she's a friend of her groom's mother.
Oh boy.
Yeah. There they are.
Happy couple.
That's an interesting look. The red cowboy boots on the kids, but cool.
It's different.
Mm-hmm. Lesko is a friend of the groom's mother. Abraham and I have a mission in life to change the world's view of autism. We wanted to make this public to show that people on the spectrum have the needs for love, relationships, and marriage. We also want to send the message to parents and children on the spectrum that they can have all of this. And he said, love is like a part of the human experience, and that doesn't change with the neurological difference of autism. The couple met at a support group Lesko runs at a church, but their romance didn't begin until Nielsen graduated school last year. Lesko would have dinner at Nielsen's mother's house every week and took Nielsen to dinner to celebrate his passing cybersecurity and computer science. 7 months later, they were engaged. So my man's like 28 and she's like 54 and like best friends with his mom. So you picking up on the picture that's there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So she comes over once a week to have dinner, and there's this other, and there's Big E or JR is sitting there every day, you know, every time she comes over. And yeah, he's half the age.
Well, we've been given 2 different ways that they met, one at her support group and one at the dinner with the mom. I'm confused, Mike.
Yeah.
I think they are too.
Yeah. We got into these big conversations about our feelings. Where have we heard that recently? The big conversations about my feelings and our emotions and our loneliness issues. That was the night that we fell in love with each other. See how quickly it happens? Start discussing emotions. Next thing you know.
Hold on, Kadog. I wanted Big E's glasses on him. But it works on her too.
Asshole.
They're equally beady and soulless. Equally beady and soulless. Well done.
I think it's going to scream Big E if you put them on him. If you took Big E's goatee and glasses and slapped them on that E, don't avoid it. Don't, you know, you want to laugh.
You know love his
see it
Stetson.
too.
You love his Stetson, don't you?
You respect the shit out of that hat, don't you?
I mean, I'd have to look at it again, I guess. But I guess it's a good hat.
Lesko was diagnosed with Asperger's just 4 years ago at age 50. It was a huge relief because I was finally able to understand why I was hardly ever invited to parties.
That's the reason why.
Or other people's weddings. When I found out that this was kind of the norm among people on the spectrum, I'm reading the article. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I'm reading the actual article. I was relieved that I wasn't the only person, but I'm still troubled by the fact that that's the way it is. We have real emotions. I'm going to cry on my wedding day. We may not tend to show emotions like other people do, but inside we're feeling the same things, same time, sometimes even more. Do you agree with that, E?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay if that's true.
Son of a bitch.
We're looking at Big E's wedding day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say when it comes to the hat that when I bought hats, I do prefer because I have a weird head.
No,
kind of head.
Come on.
No, but for cowboy hats, I always went with the kind of sides up as opposed to completely flat all the way around because that shape looked really weird.
So you would wear something like that then?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
What is her look? What is she going after here?
Abominable snowman. That's what I was trying to think of. Abominable snowman.
Another word for the Yeti. But
yeah, right.
And why is Osterbeck at this wedding? Go back to the prior image. Look on the far right.
Jay or Ryan? Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
It
is in California,
one, but
which is where he is.
Dude, honestly, let's put aside all the autism shit and all that. What is she doing?
I don't know. Are there other pictures of this get together?
She's wearing a cape of some sort.
There's a cape. It's all white.
She looks like an emu.
I have a feeling there's some subjects being changed.
Yeah.
There's definitely
some scarring to the head, you think?
I don't know. Oh boy.
It's a cape, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's
no doubt about it.
She's going for the Snow Queen look while he's going J.R. Ewing. I just don't understand it.
It doesn't seem like a perfect match as far as outfits.
Yeah, he would. I mean, if he was like the Heat Miser, then I get it.
Yeah.
Right?
I think what you probably have
he goes Heat Miser, she goes the frickin' Snow Queen, and then we're talking.
If what little we know about individuals on the spectrum, right? And granted, it's not like we know a ton personally, but if this was going on backstage here, conversations like no, fuck you, I'm wearing this, I don't care, would be going on.
I'm wearing my cowboy hat.
I'm wearing my cape. Fuck you and your stupid JR hat. I don't give a shit. Fuck you then. Wear it. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm wearing this.
Trying to get them both on the same page.
Dude, this is my favorite Pistons red tie. Fuck you, I'm wearing it.
Yeah, that's true.
So there was probably a screaming match that took place over weeks.
Yeah.
And then
it'd be dumb luck if they came out matching. I mean, dumb luck.
And they hope for the best. They're like, well, he's mostly in black. She's mostly in white. How bad could it be? And, well, you see.
She's encaped. My goodness. What do you think those bare shoulders look like, Mike?
Ooh. I want to know what's
tackle?
going on. I was thinking left guard, but, sure. Right tackle, sure. I really want to know what's going on. Beyond that, the hat.
Can we get any other image?
I mean, that's not hair, right? We agree that's not hair.
I agree with you. It's not hair. There's the abominable snowman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
he put the bouquet in the snowman's hand.
Is that her brother walking her down, you think? Can't be her dad, right? She's like 54.
Yeah.
It's her brother.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are there any other like date night pictures or anything?
God, it's a strange choice for bridal attire.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, E? If that was your bride?
It wouldn't be, so.
No.
It wouldn't matter.
Not cool with that?
I mean, I don't care what she wears, but that person would not be my bride.
I'm not 100% certain that's not
it's hair. Not her hair. It's not her hair. It's furry, man.
Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's some subject changing going on.
Mm-hmm. Now she has a cowboy hat on, and it looks closely cropped at best.
Are they showing off the ring? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're on fianced.
She looks like she's got her makeup done for her wedding already. Well, good for them. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's thrilled to be having contact with a human, does he?
He's being ordered to do that by the photographer.
And there's just someone with a really fast shutter speed. Just as
now
soon as he gets mixed contact,
give her a kiss. Give her a kiss now.
You can do that. And then this is kind of what they settled on. Like, how about if we put a stuffed animal betwixt the two of you? Would you saddle up to that? They're like, okay, that'll work. Let's try that.
Imagine that being your engagement photo.
Good for them. This
just
I just wanted to show you the happy couple. They wanted us to see this.
All right, we're getting more glimpses. All right, now she has a fireman's helmet on, and now she has a baseball hat on.
Yeah, she does not like. Is this part of the being on that spectrum that you don't
think?
like?
I would think she'd be like the guy in Something About Mary, the brother. You don't want to put anything on his head, right?
Oh yeah, the earmuffs.
Or you don't fuck with his earmuffs. He wore earmuffs all the time.
Yeah, he wore the earmuffs, and you couldn't touch them.
Yeah.
What the hell was his
something
name?
like that. She wants something on her head all the time. Walter?
No.
Warren.
Yep. Warren. He tried to lift his thing and say, I got you a baseball or something. And Warren beat the shit out of Ben Stiller. Yeah, she clearly doesn't like things. She wants her head to be covered.
There's Warren.
Yeah, there's Warren. Did you like that movie? I love that movie.
Yeah, it's all right.
I knew you were going to say that. I
saw it once a long time ago. I don't know. I like when he got his balls stuck in his zipper at that shocked me. Like I never thought they'd show the nut.
Yeah, wasn't that hilarious?
Yes. I couldn't believe what I was seeing sitting in that theater. Like, holy shit, they just showed a nut, or what is supposed to be a nut.
Yeah.
Hanging outside of a zipper, inside of a zipper.
Yeah.
Is it the Frank or is it the bean?
Yeah. How do you get the Frank over the bean? Did you like that movie?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I didn't watch it back, to be honest with you, back when it came out. I don't think I watched it right away. I watched it a few years after it came out.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
his
do like
dad's
Ben Stiller.
even better.
Oh my God.
Jerry. Oh.
The intensity.
The Seinfeld role alone.
Yeah.
Kills me.
What role was? I don't even know.
What?
I'm not that familiar with
Dude,
his dad.
He's freaking what's his name's
Costanza's
dad? He's
Is that
Mr.
his dad?
Costanza.
I didn't realize that was
there.
his
It
dad.
is, dude. There's the nut. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Yeah.
I did not realize that was his dad.
Shut up, dude.
Yes.
Even I knew that, and I'm
That's Jerry Stiller.
That's awesome.
That's Ben's
I
dad.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great in that. Obviously,
Dude, it's the perfect role.
Yeah.
Costanza's nut of a father. It's the perfect
and the
role.
mom chirping at him
Well,
the whole time. They're just yelling at each other.
Screaming. Oh, I love it.
Well, the best part about those is that they say like that hesitation that he does is not even.
What are you?
Well, no, like when he's going through, like he's like, like that's all because he just couldn't remember all the lines. But then it just ended up better where he's kind of does that hesitation as he's delivering some of those lines.
You ever watch the outtakes?
Yeah.
Of like Jerry Stiller.
Oh yeah.
God, dude. Kadog, see if you can find one real quick. Sorry.
Nut.
Are you talking to me? Wasn't it the
famous him and Elaine?
Him and Elaine going at it. Wasn't that it?
Yeah.
Are you talking to me or
it had to do with they were at the prison, they were at the jail. Yeah, here you go.
Was it her?
All right, wait a minute. I think you've got it back.
So intense.
My George isn't clever enough to hatch a scheme like this.
You got that right.
What the hell does that mean?
Once Elaine loses it, she can't get it back.
What the hell does that?
His coat.
Let's go. Let's go. That means whatever the hell you want it to mean.
You're saying you want a piece of me? You saying you want a piece of me?
Say that one more time.
You saying you want a piece of me?
It would be hard not to laugh at that dude.
You want a piece of me?
I can drop you like a bag of dirt.
You want a piece of me? You got it! Yeah!
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Funny.
Dude, honestly, I hate
I can't believe you didn't know that was Stiller's dad.
I didn't know. Hate the show King of Queens, but I have watched it on occasion, and he's the only thing funny in that show.
Oh, is he on that? I didn't even know he was on it.
Yeah, he plays their the chick's dad, and he lives in the basement. I don't even really. I've watched the show a few times. I think my dad will have it on or something. But yeah, he's in that show too. And
yeah,
probably the funniest thing in that, the most funny thing in that show. I don't know if funniest. Never mind.
I got that. That's good. Barry Williams, fan? Not a fan.
Barry Williams of Brady Bunch fame.
Greg Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I was never a big Greg fan. Who was your favorite Brady?
Boys or girls?
Well, we know it's Marsha.
I was thinking more the one with the lisp.
Cindy?
Yeah, I kind of like Cindy.
Why?
I don't know. Greg was definitely.
She was so young.
Yeah, she's cute. You know, what was she? 26 on that show? Something like that. No, I don't know. I didn't really find an attraction to any of the kids.
Yeah.
None of them really did much for me.
As I asked you that question, I was trying to think of who my favorite Brady was, and I couldn't come
Peter?
up with one. No, not Peter.
No.
Bobby Sorta, maybe, but he was a tool bag too.
They were all tool bags.
That's what I was gonna say. Weren't they all just kind of like too much? You know what I mean? Just too too perfect.
Yeah, none of them were super likable.
Yeah,
and Marsha wasn't that hot. I know a lot of
No.
people are like, "Oh, Marsha," but
Yeah, Marsha and Jan, none of them were.
yeah.
Um,
In fact, Marsha wasn't hot at all.
Can we see Marsha?
no. Why did you have
Jan was probably the most naturally good looking of those girls.
Jan?
And she was just that character sucked.
Yeah, brutal.
Just the middle child, always put upon.
Yeah. She's got blonde hair, blue eyes.
You know, here's another
So-
Ben Stiller fact. His wife played Marsha in the movie.
In the movie,
and
you're
was
right.
awesome.
Yeah.
Really good in that role.
Yeah, what
I mean,
I'm
she
trying to remember her
nailed
name.
it. I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
Just the mannerisms, the voice, nailed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess if I had to pick one, yeah, and his wife's hot as shit too.
Had to pick Marsha, I guess.
I guess, yeah, probably.
Yeah, there's his wife.
Fuck him.
Yeah, who was the guy we were talking about that one day that Jan was taking to prom? She was bragging that she was taking to
Glass.
George Glass.
Yeah.
I'm going with George Glass.
George Glass.
George Glass. George Glass and I. Barry Williams, yeah, he's getting into a little bit of having some issues with his ex-girlfriend.
What?
What?
Which
Greg
one
Brady?
Greg, never mind.
God damn it!
Which one were you thinking?
I guess I was thinking of the dad for some reason. I was like,
oh no, he's dead. That son of a bitch.
Well, no, I was like, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Gay guy, yeah.
Yeah, the homo. Did he die of AIDS?
I don't know.
I thought he caught the HIV. I didn't give him those AIDS.
I think you're right, dude.
Yeah.
You ever watch
And he
those?
hated the Brady Bunch too.
Did you ever watch those reunion shows that they had later?
Yeah.
Do you remember when Marsha and Jan got married? No, it was like a spin-off. It was a spin-off. No, they married like Stuart and Philip. Just these two random dudes.
No, I don't remember that at all.
You totally recognize Marsha's husband, Stuart. He was an actor that he played bit parts all through the 70s and early 80s.
So
But they did.
show
It was sort of
where-
like a Joni Loves Chachi kind of thing. They
Yeah.
spun it off, and it probably went one season. And then after that, like they also had that variety show. Do you remember that?
The Brady Bunch
Yeah,
variety show.
dude. Oh my God. They
What
probably
year
had
are you talking? Because I remember they did Christmas
early
specials.
80s, early 80s. But then, yeah, leaping forward then, like into the late 80s, then they had like a serious reunion where they
Yeah.
were all grown up and shit. And,
Yeah, I remember that in the 90s.
and that was, and I think that was a Christmas special.
Yeah.
And then that sort of just preceded that movie we just referred to with Ben Stiller's wife. Yeah, there's the variety show. Look at them, man. And
wow.
was there one that didn't come back or something to do it? No, they
That's all of
seem
them.
to-
There's
yeah.
Peter, Greg,
Yeah, they're all there.
Marsha.
Look at Bobby.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bobby looks ridiculous.
He does.
Wait, no, you might be right, dude. Who's that far right? That's not Jan.
No, somebody's filling in for Jan.
Wow, good call, Jay. That's not Jan.
Yeah. Eve Plum.
Yeah, Eve Plum, you're right. That's all the rest. I can't believe they got Mike to do it.
Oh, dude.
And to shave his stash too. He loved his
Carol
stash.
loved that shit though. She was so into that, man.
Yeah.
Greg,
Greg.
wait a minute, but he hated the show. You said in the end. I just
Oh
wanted to-
yeah. Mike, what was his name? Mike.
I don't remember.
Mike Brady. But what was his real name?
I don't remember, man.
Yeah, Robert Reed.
There you go.
Bob Reed.
Remember their dumb songs though, you know?
Oh, terrible.
For a walk outside now.
Everything changes. Remember the Everything Changes song?
Yeah. It's time for change. You've got to rearrange. Hell yeah, dude.
Robert Reed was like a trained actor. He was a true thespian. And he loved the theater, being on the stage, doing Broadway, and then doing this stupid, he agreed reluctantly to do this dumb sitcom thing, figured it'd last a half a season, and then he'd go back to Broadway.
Yeah.
And it took off and turned him into Mike Brady forever. And that's the problem with the roles these kids played and even these parents. That
It's a
you
curse,
can't,
man.
it's a total curse.
Either you hit it big, 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 and it's sweet from like beginning to end when you're a kid to adult, or you're just mired in this. Like, haha, Barry Williams, he used to be Greg Brady, and now look at him.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
And you're not going to get away from Greg Brady. I'm sorry. Nobody would ever take him seriously as a murderer in the movie.
Right.
Like you just go, that's Greg Brady. The only person who's successfully been able to pull this kind of off.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, but DiCaprio didn't have a big enough role on Growing Pains.
Mm.
And he quickly got out of it. He did it for a couple seasons as kind of a newbie at the end of the run of that show.
Michael
And
J.
then-
Fox? Although he was a bit
I was
grown
thinking
up.
more Doogie Howser.
Yeah, Hauser MD, sure.
Yeah, I mean that was that was like an iconic role, humongous child star, and then super well
Are
respected.
you saying
today.
Fred Savage hasn't made it big?
Fred Savage is pulling it off.
Yeah.
Fred Savage is starting to pull it off. He's got a new show that's starting now.
How about Rick, what's his name? The
Schroeder?
Ricker, yeah.
Schroeder took
How about
some
this?
time. Zach Morris,
Justin Bateman.
Justin Bateman's the shit. But Justin Bateman,
From Valerie.
Justin Bateman. Here's the difference between Justin Bateman and from Valerie. Okay, but that show wasn't as big as the Brady Bunch.
Oh, a few are.
And Justin Bateman kind of went away for a while.
You're right about
He did
that.
Teen Wolf and then disappeared. Teen Wolf 2, excuse me, and then disappeared for a bit.
So what about Jay Fox? You consider not a child star, right? Because he was too old when he was on Family Ties.
Yeah.
He was already into probably early 20s.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. He actually was probably an older guy playing that young role because he's such a wee little man.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have been 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really tough. That would be really hard to be like on top of the world, the shit.
Luke Perry.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, how do you live that down? And it would be even worse for the Brady kids.
Yeah.
Like the wholesomeness of the Brady kids. I can't think of another show that would be worse to be pigeonholed or stuck to.
Well, that's that whole show on Showtime right now with Matt LeBlanc from Friends called Episodes. And that's the whole premise of it, is that here's Matt LeBlanc playing himself, trying to
typecast,
trying to do other things, but everyone just sees him as Joey from Friends.
And the thing about the Bradys, though, is they really didn't have much talent.
No.
You know, they're just very marginal
just
actors.
Cheesy
70s
actors.
Yeah. So then to try to do something serious afterwards, not only are you saddled with that, you're the Brady Bunch guy, but you're not very talented.
I mean, you're
not very good looking.
Totally. None of them are that good looking.
Yeah.
You can't point to any one of them and go, oh yeah, you can see where that kid was going to be a mega star in the movies someday. But he ends up going to Branson, Missouri. Ugh, imagine that. And doing like a variety show.
Robert Reed?
No. Greg Brady.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. This dude, Barry Williams. And so he's going out there and he's got this chick. She ends up getting knocked up and he's like, she doesn't want to have an abortion. So she ends up having a kid and now she's calling him a deadbeat dad. And he's claiming it's ruining his show. You know, I've got this great show in Branson, Missouri, and ticket sales are down because she keeps trashing me in the media. It's like, I think your show sucks, dude. That's why no one's showing up. I've never even heard of this story.
Right, as if his show in Branson, Missouri, that the crowd that would go to Branson, Missouri and watch Greg Brady in some variety show is like, oh, I don't know about these allegations in the paper.
Dude, he needs Oliver with him. Remember that little son of a bitch?
Yeah.
You're talking about jumping the shark. Bring cousin Oliver on your show.
Yeah.
Oh, that kid sucked.
Don't you think that was a role that Tiger could have just stepped up and taken?
Right.
You know what I mean? Did you really need Oliver?
Remember when Oliver, didn't he fuck up the shampoo somehow? Like Greg ended up, he was doing some experiment, like trying to turn his rabbits a different color or something. And then Greg used it as shampoo and he turned his hair orange.
Yeah.
I
remember that.
Wily Oliver.
Mess. The 70s music celebration starring Barry Williams opened in March. And also the premiere of his reality cable television show. He says the ugly remarks directed at the respondent undoubtedly was the cause of significant harm to ticket sales of the live show and to the cancellation of the TV show. So now
You're right, that's bullshit. Anyone going to see that shit, they don't give a crap about this.
You're talking about Branson, Missouri.
Missouri.
No, the people that are going there, dude, are looking for this bullshit kind of stuff. They wouldn't care at all. They probably didn't even read the tabloids or the news.
Dude, you mentioned the reality show, and it just struck me. Christopher Knight had that wasn't he banging that chick from one of those model shows or something?
Yes.
And then they were on the Surreal Life together.
Yep.
Right?
Yes, totally. I can't remember her name now. It started with an A, maybe?
Right?
Yeah, dark hair.
Yeah, Ariana something or Adriana.
Adrian.
God, they fell off the face of the earth.
He came off as rather normal, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of had his shit together, and she was a pain in the ass. Christopher Knight, he was Peter Brady.
Yep.
And he had a show for a while that did fairly well. We were watching it.
Yes, they both had that. They spun that Surreal Life relationship off into their own show.
That's right.
Anyway. Dude, if anything, these allegations, which I didn't even hear about this show that he was doing, but the people that do
and you're a Branson, Missouri fan. I mean, you
of course
among the four of us, you're the guy who knows the most about Branson, Missouri.
It looks like I'm going to be getting a new Branson, Missouri hat.
Really? Hold on.
From a listener.
See if you can find her, Kadog. I want to see what this chick looks like that Greg Brady's banging at
Yeah,
before I make any decisions on whether or not she's nuts.
So my point,
local picked up.
Yeah, if she deserves something, I mean, I'd like
We
to
need
see an
contact.
image.
my point was going to be though is this would be the only thing that would get this. The idea that this would get the ratings of his show or would put away his reality show. This should have, if anything, boosts up the knowledge that this show was even happening. I haven't even heard of this show.
Absolutely. No, he's definitely throwing this in her lap. And he's trying to get a judge to say, like, to demand that she stop doing press at all.
Look at him, man.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
He really does take after his dad. He looks a lot like Mike.
He really does.
Doesn't he?
God. She looks all right. I mean, come on. For Barry Williams?
Any more pictures of her?
She don't look bad at all.
Yeah, I do think though, no matter how
Question her wardrobe, but
corny that
Yeah.
was and may have been hard to get roles, I think you still can get pussy from that the rest of his life, I think, still in some capacity.
I don't know, man. I,
I
think
think
at
you
some
could.
point it starts to hurt you. I think
Go-
you start
scroll through the
looking
pictures
like
on
the- No, because they
a
don't-
washed up, puffy Greg Brady.
But exactly, there's
But who's gonna just bang that because it was Greg Brady?
Jay, there are so many people out there
Really?
with daddy issues, and they see a mild celebrity. They've seen him on TV once or something. More than I'm saying, but more than he. If you take that guy and he's not Greg Brady,
Dude, he did well. There's no problem with that girl.
Yeah, she's definitely a lot younger than him.
ha!
Oh, he looks beaten down.
He
Beaten
does.
down there. Yeah. She's all right.
For a Bransonite?
What was that shirt? Was that shirt a Lost shirt? That
Yeah, it looked like it.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That logo.
Oh, he thought he was the shit right there.
Go back.
When you look at him in the 70s, late 70s.
Hold on, there they are in the Hawaii episode.
I just wanna-
Yeah, look at him.
Oh, dude.
He's got the world by
Yeah.
No, go ahead. You got this.
world by the
It's got the world by the oyster, right?
tail.
World by the tail. The world
Or
is
the
his
balls.
oyster. That's the Hawaii episode, isn't it? Yeah, that's my tiki.
Yeah.
God, that was a good one.
Great one.
Remember all the bad shit that was happening?
Oh, I remember
Oof.
it well.
I mean, Greg himself almost died in a surfing accident.
Yeah. That's right. Anyway, so hopefully he gets this worked out and they can get the show up and running in Branson, Missouri.
And
That's-
the idea
kills
that
me.
the ticket sales are down.
What do you think he's
show.
worth, by the way?
Oh,
Because he claims he's buried all his money in this sweet variety show. And oh, wait a minute.
none of it looks good there.
What's going on with that titty?
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Hold on.
awfully compressed.
Wow. What is
Is she having a mammogram right
Can
there,
we-
or what?
Can we zoom in a little bit, Kadog? What exactly is going on
Yeah.
right here?
Oh my God,
E?
Ooh. Oh.
that's not normal anatomy.
No, you're not. Your titty's not.
Dude,
supposed
it
to
looks
ever
like
look
a butt
pancake,
crack.
right?
It looks like
It does.
what the hell's going on there?
It looks like she's got two cleavages.
Yeah.
One here and one here.
Can't
She's
even
trying to sneak another titty in on us somewhere.
can't even picture what's.
I think the titty is here. I
Is
think
that a
it's
shoulder?
I think it's mashed down and it's
Is that a twin sister hanging on?
I think it's pancaked. I think the titty comes down
Yeah.
like this and it's just very pancaked.
Yeah. And she's got that wide distance, like a Tori Spelling kind of thing going
yeah.
on.
Yeah. She's sporting a spelling.
Mm.
Look at that.
Well, until that, I had no objection. But hey, did you know
So
that
she claims he's worth 11 million.
or she's claiming that?
Yeah.
She wants to be paid.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know that Krista Jelski of Remax Suburban can help you buy or sell a home even if you're looking or live far away? Krista can find you an excellent realtor anywhere in the country. Call Krista and she will connect you, even Guam, I think. Outside the contiguous USA, she can help you.
If you're in Guam and you
Oh
want,
yeah, I think she can.
Wow, okay,
Yeah,
that's great. That's good to know.
realtors in Guam. Call Krista and she'll connect you with the best local realtor, even in Guam, for all of your real estate needs. Check out Krista's website at kristasellshouses.com or call her anytime at 586-918-0900.
Wait, a few questions. One, how much do you think it would be to go see the Greg Brady variety?
$7.99.
$25.
Standard seating, $39.
What?
For a child, 18. But then there's VIP seating,
Oh no.
rows 1 through 4, $44. What times do you think the shows are at?
Oh, wait a minute. Are these late night, like 5 p.m.?
Yeah, I was gonna say 5, 7, 7:30, and 9.
Oh, he's doing multiple shows. Is he doing?
No, it's not multiple shows.
So he's doing one show a night at
7:30.
You would think it'd be like
you're
8 or 9.
A little late.
I'm guessing
Really?
5:30 dinner.
You're
rush.
late.
The
You're
dinner
late.
rush
You're
at
too late.
5:30.
No, later or earlier. Sorry.
What?
He's doing a 4:30 show.
2 p.m.
Oh, he's trying to get the dinner rush. Yeah, I get it.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. are the show times.
Huh.
Wow.
Let's see what the weekend show. Sorry, I guess that's Thursday, but no, Saturday, 2 p.m.
Yeah.
$40.
Wow.
Jeez.
By the way, I like that it's 39 for the
Is
regulars.
it still going? Can
It
you
looks
still
like
go to
it,
it?
yeah.
How many? What's the capacity of this place?
It doesn't. I'd have to look, but it doesn't say that.
Are
But
any of our pilots going by Branson, Missouri? Maybe they could take E by a show one day.
don't you
You
love?
just parachute out. You don't even have to stop.
Yeah, just shove
Toss
him
him
out.
out.
We'll give him a once over real quick. Show him how to use a parachute.
Don't you love though that there's?
Would you go to a showy if we got you
Yeah, I'll go down and see
Branson,
him.
Missouri?
VIP. Would you heckle him?
Yeah, whatever, for sure. But
Would you dress like?
I would do whatever.
Greg
If you wanna-
Brady from the show, like doing the. Remember when they would wear like the blue and white outfit
Yeah.
on stage? Like put on.
If you want to send me down to Branson,
tight all day. Everybody, sunshine day. Sunshine day, right? E?
yeah. If you want to send me down to watch one of those shows, I would do whatever. I guess for sure. I just love the idea. I love the fact that it's $39 for the regular seat and $44 for the VIP.
Like, why not splurge, righty? At that point,
I know.
why not get up front, man?
If you're about to spend $39,
Where you
to
can
go
like
see,
feel the sweat from his brow.
Yeah.
if you're about to go spend $39 for the 70s music celebration starring Barry Williams
At 2 p.m. on a
at
Wednesday.
2 p.m. Just spend $5 more and go to the VIP. Why would you not?
Yeah. God, that would suck.
$40.
I'm telling you, it's
Dude.
worse. He's in worse position than if he were just a dude. And then he could go sell insurance or do whatever.
Yeah.
And nobody would rip on him. Like, oh, it's Greg Brady selling insurance. You just can't be a normal guy. He's under this pressure to do something great. And this is all he can do.
Yeah.
This is his interpretation of greatness.
It's funny that there's also a family pass for $94, but maximum of 3 kids. So-
Like as if any kid's gonna know who the hell Greg Brady is or
family
care.
is-
Yeah, or want to go.
right. What family is going with their 2
torturing
adults?
your kids.
Right. It'd be like, well, Jay, you have 3 kids. You could go, you
Yeah.
Cav, and the kids could go down to Branson, Missouri.
What are they gonna want to go to? Minions on Ice or the Greg Brady Super 70s Spectacular? I mean, come on, man. You should have to be like 60 to get in. They should card you and go, oh no, sir, I'm sorry.
The good news is for the
Not letting a
kids pass,
35-year-old in here. Are you crazy?
well, for the kids pass, the good news is it's 2 adults and the kids can go from age 4 to 17. So you're still in the range.
It's perfect. Hey, it's the summer sell down at Zott Ford and Holly. Right now, you can lease a new 2015 Ford Focus, a 2016 Ford Fusion, or 2016 Ford Escape for $222 per month. Just 24 months, sign and drive. So head to Zott Ford at I-75 and exit 98. Choose your new Focus, Fusion, or Escape. Tell them the 38-year-old asshole sent you, and ride home for $222 a month with no cash out of pocket. Please check out their blazing deals and massive inventory at ZottFord.com. That's SZOTT.
Speaking of massive inventory, we've got an MMA fighter who's having problems with her massive inventory.
How do you mean, Mike?
Well, she claims her giant tits are holding her back in the ring.
Can you confirm this?
I think so. Her name's Bree Rosillo, and she's got 12-pound titties that are forcing her to compete in a heavier division than the one she should be in at the Aggressive Combat Championship. She's 29 years old. She's an F cup.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Normally, she fights at the 155-pound level, while her opponent, Paige Leon, battles at 145. She says if her titties, were smaller, she would be in the 145 class too. Despite trying numerous methods to slim down, she claims those large titties have made it impossible. It's not like I can take a nail file and hack off my tits. Nice language. Yeah.
You could. Totally could.
Probably could.
Imagine that. Just it would work.
I'm trying to lose weight, but my boobs are what they are. Yeah, if she went just to the local, just go to Kroger.
Mm-hmm.
Probably let you use it. I mean, you're a badass anyways. Just make them let you use it. I'm not trying to lose weight, but my boobs are what they are. At one stage, it looked like the fight between the pair would not go ahead due to the weight difference after 3 months of tense negotiations. Are there any other pictures of her, Kadog? After all these 3 months of negotiations, the bout will now take place at New York's Queen's Theater on October 3rd. Wow.
How can a chick like that be willing to get her face beat in MMA?
Look at them giant titties, though. Yeah, those would get in the way.
Yeah.
Can you box them when you're fighting? Titties are fair game, right? Are they like balls?
Speed bag them? You could speed bag them.
Can you hit them?
Why not?
I don't know. Well, you can't hit nuts.
That's a good point.
I don't know if titties are off limits. Are titties off limits? Does anyone know?
God damn it. I don't know.
They're probably
I don't know the
not.
answer to
I mean,
that.
if you and I were fighting, I could hit you in the chest and no one's going to say anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's only
And
fair.
they want equality and shit. So.
Exactly. She is pretty. What do you think, E? Would you?
Would I what? Would I have sex with her?
No, fight her.
No.
We know you wouldn't have sex with her, but
Gross vagine.
oh, I would love to see one of those MMA chicks fight E.
Yeah.
How fun would that be?
Not
would you
very.
fight one of them, E?
No.
If we gave you headgear.
Headgear?
Yeah.
I've seen dude, no.
We'll let you hike your shorts up really high so they can't hit below the belt.
Come on, E. You're quick as a cat, man. You could handle this.
Why would hiking my
Dude, it's a
shorts?
chick, dude. You could fucking take her.
No, I could not.
I think you're selling yourself short.
Not gonna. Can't do it.
Won't. And then you want to hear about the hospital with the baby or Ahmed Muhammad.
Just real quick on the hospital. And we got some email.
Okay. Hospital in Cincinnati has apologized for losing the body of a newborn baby after fears his remains have accidentally been dumped into the trash.
Dude.
Yeah.
Well,
Accidentally.
was he dead though?
Yeah, I hope so. That would have been really unfortunate if they threw a live baby in the trash.
Well, whatever then.
Yeah, no, I know, I agree. That's not. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but yeah, I think in this case, it was a dead one. Which is kind of the good news in the story. It was
they missed out on mining its organs.
True. Good point. The baby had been born at the University of Cincinnati, but only survived for an hour before he passed away. His twin sister had been stillborn. The family had been making arrangements at the hospital to lay their children to rest when they discovered that their son's body was missing. Police said the body had never made it to the morgue. Despite a thorough investigation, they've been unable to
The
track.
hell is so funny?
Like, at what point they're there? It's
And
a
then they're not
body. It's
there.
a baby body, and the guy just goes. I mean, what does he say? I don't see a label on this in the trash. I mean, it's a baby.
I think it's really wee, and it probably just got. I don't
What,
know.
folded up with like the napkins?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's
Really?
probably
Could that
just-
happen?
Dude, I'm just imagining.
So what do you think?
You got a
like this
bunch of shit you're trying to clean up and
just doing a sweeperoo off the table.
maybe yes, a sweeperoo situation.
Would that be the first human sweeperoo in history?
Probably not the first one. Maybe the first one we're even aware of. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
happened.
So they've been unable to track down the kids' remains to return to the family. A hospital contractor even searched the local dump.
I was gonna say some dude digging through in the trash thing.
How well would you search? I mean, if you were the local contractor that they just paid,
I would walk out there,
like, man,
sit there for a little bit, walk back, and say I didn't see anything. Just like I did at Meyer when people asked me to go in the back.
I honestly, as repulsive as that is, I think I would do the same thing. Just go out there, kind of kick some trash around a little
Yeah.
bit, be like,
play
man,
with my
I don't
phone
know.
for a little bit.
You wouldn't even open the dumpster.
I don't think I would.
I think I'd get a stick or something.
Well,
I mean, because
rub some
let's
stuff
be
on.
honest. It's not like it's alive and you could go save the day.
Yeah.
Like we've all agreed, we're all in agreement here in this meeting. it's not with us any longer. So whether it was left on the table neatly or chucked in the trash,
You can reduce the suffering of this poor couple.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Don't you feel incumbent upon yourself? It is your job.
Here's what I would do if I was
Try
running
to
the
find
hospital.
that baby.
If I was running the hospital, I would wait till another baby died, and then I would
just start robbing Peter to pay Paul. Like, all right, there's your dead baby, and then try to find another one for the next people. Be like, I don't know what happened. We'll find it.
Well, I'd find
You're
one.
robbing Peter to pay Paul, you son of a bitch.
What am I going to do?
You're going to get caught at some point.
My hands are tied. My hands are tied. No, I wouldn't continue it on. Here's what I would do, because you'd have to have an out. Otherwise, this domino effect would go on forever.
It's a vicious circle.
Here's my out. These people would know, like, this is going to be a problem. This kid's not going to work out probably. So there's a good chance it's going to be stillborn. There's got to be a few people who are like,
you think you're going to run into
it.
that couple who go, yeah, don't want it anyway.
No, that goes cremate it. And at that point, I can just grab an ashtray, throw some shit and be like, yeah, we cremated him. Here you go. And now I've got my baby, robbing Peter, paying Paul back what I owe him. And then it's like, and I'm going to have a stern meeting with my staff and go, hey, whichever one of you clowns took this baby and threw it in the trash, it ends today. I'm not robbing any more Peters to pay any more Pauls because you sons of bitches want to throw babies away all willy-nilly. The family still want them. And
you can't be willy-nilly with this stuff.
Absolutely not. And I would demand accountability from that day forward.
Neither willy nor nilly.
Absolutely not. But that'd be how I'd handle it that
That
time.
might work, actually. You just keep robbing Peter, pay Paul until you come across one who doesn't want the actual body back.
Yeah.
I don't think that many babies die at the same hospital on a regular basis. Like, you'd have to have one happen that day.
Yeah, but
you can divert attention. You can be like,
I don't think you got to worry about race, or there's a lot of things you could just
they all
make
look
great.
alien and shit when they're
Right? Their hair's not really that
Yeah, be
established.
like, well, what do you want? It's a dead baby.
It's been dead
what
for
do you think it's
hours,
gonna
like-
look like?
And you can set it up and just go, this isn't going to be pretty, folks. This is the worst
Yeah.
part of my job. You wrap it in some paper towel and you just kind of just bring it in and go, yeah, here.
Why don't you just give him a doll?
That's what I just said. I just said
Did
that.
you?
Yes.
Oh, I don't
While
listen
he was
to you
talking.
typically. Okay, I'll give you that.
I said, why not just give him a doll?
That's a good question. A question I would ask as well.
And do what he just said. Wrap it up. Just have the
Yeah.
head sticking out.
You'd have to get one of those real dolls. I mean, you'd have to.
Well, I mean,
Is
And
there
then-
is
and
there
then
an
you're getting the
animal? Is
Morgan
there an
on it.
animal that we could use
Oh, Jesus.
that could
Really?
replicate it?
A human
Well,
dead baby?
I mean, all you really need is tissue, because again, to your point, it's going to be gross, and they're not going to expect this beautiful little cherub like infant.
I mean, would they wash it up? Would they even wipe it off before they gave it to you if it died?
Yeah,
Would
I
they
think
expend
I think
the
they would,
time?
and in fact, the family
Shit.
might want to hug it and stuff like that. So maybe my shaved orangutan won't work. I don't know.
It's worth a try. Yeah, now you're murdering orangutans, but
Well,
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
didn't realize he had red hair. Yeah,
Um,
he did.
well, a lot of babies have different color hair at the beginning. I had blonde hair for a little bit. So.
You did?
Yeah, right at the beginning.
The hospital president, Richard Lofgren, apologized to the family. This situation is a tragedy for this family.
And all that shit.
We're deeply sorry that we have added to their suffering and all that shit. I promise the family we will never let this situation happen again.
Who cares?
And I have my checkbook out, and
We've already began to put in place steps to ensure that this kind of tragic human error cannot occur again, and
What
all
are the
that
steps?
shit.
Like just a sign?
No, the
with
steps
a-
are: we will rob Peter to pay Paul. That's the procedure.
What else can you do?
a sign with a
I mean,
trash can.
it's not like you murdered the kid. You're not killing babies. It's like you're trying. I mean, and really, you're kind of being a hero. You're trying to end the suffering, the undue suffering that this poor family's going through. And if you can get away with giving them a shaved orangutan and letting them get through the burial process.
Imagine the length of the arms. You'd be like, damn it, I'm kind of glad. I mean, this might be good news. I mean, look at that son of a bitch.
His feet are long and the toes are.
Look at the face on that son of a bitch. I'll be damned. Ah, this is good news. It's better this way.
This story shouldn't be this funny. Oh no. A shaved orangutan.
You can't give him a shaved orangutan.
Look at it, Bruce.
You can't give him a shaved orangutan.
You could.
His arms would be twice as long.
That little son of a bitch laying there.
Oh, shit.
I'm crying.
Uh,
Oh no.
we do have some email, Mike.
Thank you. Please. Oh,
All right.
Shit.
Tom writes in, and this might have been the one I read before, dude, when this initially happened. So I don't know. See if you remember this one. What's up, fellas and Cinderfella? Story about Tony Stewart and dirt tracks. About 10 years ago, I flew out to some dirt track in the middle of Missouri.
I'm still thinking about the shaved orangutan.
Mrs. Johnson, we found little Pete.
Oh.
Oh my. Oh my. Well, this is probably for the best. We agree.
My last boss was an NHRA Top Fuel dragster driver and was going out there for a charity race with all these other pros and needed a co-pilot. So I didn't get lost when it was time to fly home. My boss brought me to this trailer on the infield. I sat back with my feet up in the kitchenette and turned the satellite TV onto The Simpsons. As I was enjoying the show, a chubby guy in a muddy racing suit came in with this giant dude that was his assistant.
I think we did see that. We did read that.
Dude, I think we did too. I
I'm
think
pretty-
he resent an email. He paused while looking at the TV and said with smugness, "Well, I didn't know that we had a child."
Man, we found your son.
We're deeply sorry for your loss.
K-Dog found a fucking baby orangutan picture.
The hair on the back of the arms.
They already got a foot of hair growing off their arms.
Look at that son of a bitch. Look at the toes on that son of a bitch. I'll be damned.
Arms, the pot belly. Oh, that son of a bitch rules. Look at him. Mrs. Johnson, we've got great news. Wow.
In my mind, I told him to fuck off. This guy who came into the thing while he's watching the TV.
We read this already.
Okay, and then
it's no big deal.
And they started undressing in front of me. You remember that part? Okay, so I'm not going any further.
I
I'm not going any. All right,
I don't
tell me the
remember
rest of
this.
it. Tell me the rest of it.
Well, dude, it was in. When did he send this? In August, July? I mean, or it would have been in August, I guess.
Tony
because that's
Stewart
when
was
it-
just basically a dick, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the theme of this?
I just tell you, we remembered it. I remember him watching The Simpsons. I remember him
Yeah, he
talking
made
about
some
his.
smug comment, and then
Yeah.
he got undressed, and then they went up to the top of the truck, and they're watching. All these chicks are trying to get his attention. He
Yeah.
was just a dick.
I remember this email.
Anyway, Tony ended up lapping everyone during the race and driving like a cocky bastard. And of course he won. All the other pros I met that afternoon were really nice and we're just there to have fun. Fucking orangutan. But he was all serious, never did care for the guy and wasn't really surprised when he hit that pothead and killed him. If it was anyone else, he'd be sitting in jail for vehicular homicide. My favorite
No, he won.
homicide.
No, he won. That's ridiculous. No, he won. It has nothing to do with that he's Tony Stewart. It has everything to do with that. That happens in auto racing, and it was just he doesn't deserve charges brought up on him. It sucks, and it's a bad situation, but no way.
He's a pro and he knew exactly what he was doing. I said it before, and I don't think the guy tried to kill him at all, but he was trying to be a dick and shoot up gravel, and so that'll get you, man.
Yeah.
Keep up the awesome work you do. You're doing awesome, Tom.
He was, but it doesn't matter who he was. No driver would have been brought up on charges for that. Just no way.
Probably not, but reckless endangerment causing death or something is a real, whatever that charge is, could have applied for sure here. Now, whether he got any treatment because he's.
Yeah, if there would have been like a couple other camera angles, you know, one from the other side. Baby orangutan in a diaper and an IV.
The bottom hands would have done you in.
We're so sorry for your loss. Oh, that's okay. No
At
problem.
least you found him. Thank you.
Now we can put him to rest.
Oh shit.
Let's see. Who wrote in? Somebody wrote in. Jay wrote in. Let the thin one know he made himself look like an ass on show 430. Elton John does not write his music? What? I screamed at the radio. Bernie wrote the lyrics. Elton John writes the music. Come on, thin one. I'm sure Drew trained him better.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I meant the lyrics. That's what I was talking about. I think of the song. Obviously, Elton John is an amazing musician and performer. But as far as when you think of those songs, Bernie Taupin wrote those songs, wrote the lyrics to those, the hooks to
Crocodile
those songs.
Rock.
Yeah.
La 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 la.
You mean Elton didn't write that?
I don't think so.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
He didn't write that?
I don't know. Obviously not, I guess. I think nobody thinks when you say someone wrote songs, I don't think anyone thinks about the melody. I think everyone thinks lyrics.
Lyrics, which is what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you said that, I certainly did not think that's what I knew you meant, the lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't. I put it in this category of like, new country right now where they're just freaking faces performing these things. They don't write any of that shit. They get it all sent to them.
Most
and
of them don't. Yeah.
Depending on how big a star they are, they pick through it and they figure out which one's going to hit, or their agents and their people do.
Yeah.
And then they just
publishers and writers that Nashville is famous for that. They've been doing that for 100 years, where they just sit in offices all day like a 9 to 5 and just churn out songs. Just
crazy.
Write songs. Oh, this will fit with so and so. He's holding the bottle. Yeah, he is.
Look at that. Look at that Proops.
Look at it, Proops. Hey, Proops. Look at it, Proops.
The bottom hands are remarkable, aren't they?
They sure are.
Matt writes in, tard baiting shit stirrer, pretentious orchard patron, and rhinestone cowboy. Around the 19-minute mark, iTunes version, my man talks about how he's been able to give up things that no longer interest him or are moving in a direction he doesn't like. See NASCAR and Lions. Can we find out what direction Eric wants the Detroit cast to go and do a 180 from that? That's the opposite direction for our slow friend. Or make the show disinteresting for him. Disinteresting like the 15 attempts to explain his theme dressing were to us listeners. The first attempt was incoherent and disjointed enough. Didn't need to grind the show to a halt 14 more times. That bus parking job was equivalent to the old man at Piggly Wiggly smashing it into everything in its path. Good day, sir. I said good day.
Well, I want the show to go the direction where it's making a lot more money. So I guess it should go a 180 from that. So we should start losing money.
Oh,
he said, where do I want the direction of the show to go? I want the direction of the show where it makes a lot more money.
The Piggly Wiggly.
So
probably my second
analogy.
favorite of the old man driving issues. Do you remember my first favorite?
I'm assuming it's the guy getting planted through the garage.
No, it's where he parked it like a boss after flying through the freaking
No, see, that's good.
auto wash.
I think there's no question that the Piggly Wiggly's better only because of the multipleness of it.
It's remarkable in that regard.
And especially that he hits the one car that tried to get out of the way.
But dude, the speed with which my man went through that car wash and then parked it like a boss.
I think the camera angles help too, the way they shift to different camera angles and you see him blowing through it and you just see the car wash being destroyed.
Yeah, and the speed. I mean, this is obviously great too.
Second to none that picks up speed.
Awesome.
Takes out a sign, a car, another car.
And the fact that it hits this pickup truck though too, that you see at one point trying to leave.
Here he comes.
It's like, are you kidding me?
It's amazing he didn't do more damage there.
Ripped off his bumper. No, man, the guy in the car wash, in my opinion, better. Here he comes. Here he comes.
This poor girl here too.
Stop, sir, stop. He goes,
no, I'm on my way.
He's going like 45.
See you later. I love this.
There he goes.
Look at the thing.
There he goes.
That shit gets destroyed.
Flies through.
Well, see you later. Thanks for coming.
And parks it like a boss. It's perfect. He hits the curb and just hops it right into the spot.
They're both
Perfect,
very
man.
good.
Oh, they are.
Old people driving.
Yeah.
Another Jay writes in, Jay, you son of a bitch. Way to change the subject from liver spots to Teen Wolf facial hair as cover up. Give the lawyer a good joke tick mark. I don't think that deserves
That was pretty good.
I don't think it deserves a JPE. Can we get the Big E gargle drop from episode 428, 115-ish mark where Eric does the Chewbacca imitation?
What? I don't.
No, we're not doing drops of each other.
It was
Not
pretty
doing
funny
that.
hearing him try to do.
Speaking of which, I don't think I did very good on JPEs today.
No, you were very quiet,
Yeah.
sullen.
You had a couple moments.
Yeah, but nothing that would. If on the end of the week, post-week interview, I think the numbers on the chart won't be good today.
Yeah, he has to pick it up next week for sure. Well,
What day is today?
we're closing out September. I'm not sure he hit his quota.
Yeah, well, no doubt about that. He was trying to make up for it with
It's the 30th today.
We're going into Wednesday though. I still have a half. I still have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to pick up the JPEs.
Well, this is the end of Wednesday's show, so you've got Thursday and
shit.
Friday.
2 days. I better really come strong.
Stan Berta writes in, this is not a fake dick pic email. Sorry, Eric. A lot of people have been exclaiming something in their subject line, which has been very helpful to me.
Yeah.
Where they were like, TDC related, not a boner pill ad. Something like that.
okay.
It draws my attention immediately to their email,
Yeah.
which is very good. Good day. I can't believe nobody caught the fact from episode 432 that the Def Jacker was a 51-year-old that was getting it 17 times a day. Remember the guy calling up the Def
Absolutely.
service? To me, it doesn't sound like he was running low on fluids. Mike, however, runs low on 4 to 5 times a day, and he's
That's not fair.
only 2 score and change.
That's not fair. I think this guy was getting off on just showing off his dick and balls to people. Because I thought that originally too. Like, there's no way this guy's jacking it 17 times a day. I think he's just wanting people to see his dick and balls. Now he's jacking it too.
Didn't we read? Who was in the room yesterday when I was reading those surprising sex facts?
You,
and there was
I
that
was.
that masturbatory record. The dude went for like 17 hours or some shit.
And did what?
Smacking off, man.
What do you mean, without finishing?
Yeah, he finished a bunch of times. He just kept going. Dude, it's just this little blurb on like some
Wow.
dumb
Facebook thing or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Do you think it's real, or do you think it's bullshit? That can't be real.
How could you not just be rubbed raw as
You would be.
freaking ugh.
Unless you properly lubed, I suppose.
Then they had the chick who banged the most guys in one day, 919.
Yeah, the Houston 500. I remember the Houston
Ugh.
500. Which
So
is so weird and creepy to look, because you've got hundreds of people there lined up, and they're just kind of in line together, like you would be in line for something. And so
They
you and I
queued
are in
up.
line.
They queued up.
Yeah, they're queued up. And now we're just talking because we got nothing to do.
Yeah.
So we're kind of keeping ourselves fluffed and just like, so how are the kids?
Yeah.
How you been?
And then it's your turn.
And then it's like, oh, I gotta go. And you get like your 3 pumps, and then you move along.
Yeah, and then you're like, all right, dude, I'll see. Hey, good to meet you. Take
Yeah.
care.
I'll see you at the
Like, okay, damn it.
I'll see you back here for the Mercedes 600 next week, I guess.
Gross, man. The
Yeah.
chick just lays there,
Ugh.
agape.
Mm-hmm. You have videos of that shit.
Stan says, goodbye, you Humgorous assholes.
Thank you,
Humgorous.
Stan.
Humgorai?
Humgorai. Sure.
Kevin writes in about the suggesting the Albers, what do you call it, orchard in Manchester, Michigan.
The which one?
Albers.
Albers. Okay.
Albers.
That's cool. I've got one right down the
Apostrophe,
street.
yes. Well, it sucks though. It's a small mom and pop operation in the country, dirt roads and all, where the cider comes from the apples that grow right next to the mill itself. It's as fresh can get. Welters can have his bought in bulk cider that's probably labeled organic, GMO free, and sold for 1,000% profit. If either of you decide to venture,
shut up.
If either of you decide to venture out this fall, notice that he said either of us, meaning Jay or Mike.
Right.
It'll be my treat. It's just a stone's throw from my house. If you go October 17th, you'll likely run into my wife and several other listeners who ride there via the back of Equine.
Okay. Good for them.
On another note, you guys must be rolling in the dough. My wife has received packages from Amazon 4 days in a row. I've got $300 worth of toner bought through your portal being delivered to the office as I type this. Thanks for everything. Keep it up. Kevin and Stacy.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you for using the Amazon link.
It's very important.
There's been some other commentary on your
I don't appreciate it.
cider mill.
Seriously.
Your village cider mill. Somebody
historic, Jay. It's
reminded
historic.
Noel on Facebook reminded us of Wired's apple orchard in Ipsy. It has a fucking air-powered apple cannon that's so awesome, and paintball target practice and fucking apple trees. Franklin.
Dude, I saw that and I think I responded to it.
Yeah, with hashtag Franklin Cider Mill. Hashtag smug lawyers are still smug. Fuck you, man.
No, it's true. And giving me shit like, dude, I don't want a high-powered air canon.
Yates is where it's at, Jay. He's totally right about Franklin, says Jeff. Eric says, I prefer the Franklin cider mill. Valet park my BMW. Sample the caviar, cheese, and crackers.
They do not valet park
bar
your car. That's
as I wait for
bullshit.
the concierge to deliver my cider and apples.
No concierge.
Hobnob with the ladies from Franklin and Birmingham before heading home for a fine cigar and massage to wrap up my day.
Now that doesn't sound half bad. I'm not familiar with a concierge or a valet.
Heather also suggests Wired's and then gives us a winky face, and Marisa chimes in with Wizards.
E, do you remember Wired's that you went to?
Wizards.
Yes, I did.
Wizards
Orchard. That's what we announced it as last year.
Yeah.
I announced it, I believe, as Wizards.
We were told it was Wizards. That's why.
And then Tara says something about Franklin having the best donuts ever or
Well,
whatever.
what are you going to do?
Whatever.
Yep.
They bus them in. They fly them in. Certainly don't make them there. Steve writes in, kind gentleman and Eric, moody, fady. I found the show well to quite well today, right in that range.
Good.
They usually are, but just found myself laughing way more than normal. May have to do with Eric ranting, but hey, whatever. That Pickering exchange was priceless. One punch Pickering. And the video even better. You fucking cunt. Oh, by the way, Eric has most definitely referred to himself as Normcore on the air.
Normcore.
Selective memory, perhaps? And lastly, Big E at the 132.21 mark barks about hating being told he's not punk enough. But earlier, did he not question McCard's not being goth enough?
Ooh.
Once again. Anyway, love the show and all that shit, yada, yada, yada. As it was in the beginning, eat shit, Eric. After a while, crocodiles. That's how we say it in Canada. Ciao, bye, and make it a great day.
After a while, crocodile?
After a while.
Yep.
Yeah, no a while, just a while.
After a while, crocodile.
Yeah. Hey,
so I remember it.
Lastly, and not leastly, we have to mention Tim McKenna, longtime listener to the show. Check out his Facebook page. He has some information about a GoFundMe. He was hospitalized, unfortunately, again last week, currently off work without pay. His doctors want him to stop working, but he has to pay off a ton of bills that are going to allow him to do that. So check out his page, and if you can, help out Tim. He's a fellow Fukfase in his own words. So.
Yeah, he sure is. He's posted plenty.
Yeah, get well, Tim.
A lot of people will know who Tim is. So yeah, definitely get better and feel better.
And all that shit.
For sure.
We'll save the rest for tomorrow, Mike.
All right. He's got his comedy event.
God, another baby orangutan.
On Saturday night in Novi, right? Saturday night?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So if anyone wants to go out there to Laugh Tracks in Novi, he will be out there. He gets half the door. It's $10 a head, and he gets half the door. So if you want to help E out, he could really use the help. So if you're in the mood for good comedy, he's got a good lineup that's going to be out there. So go support him if you can. And with that, we'll call it a day for a Wednesday. We'll see you guys tomorrow for an all-new Thursday edition.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio Over One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.